Hello, everyone, and welcome to this stream. I saw a comment in the chat, so I thought I'd better start it up. It's now I wanted to start it up anyway around this time. So yeah, this is a stream on the match between Leela Night Odds and the very strong and very fast young Grandmaster Awonder Liang. And yeah, this is a really interesting matchup. So it's I think Larry Kaufman. Hey, St. Jukes. Hello. Larry Kaufman was telling me that this is the second strongest player who's ever played a computer at odds. The strongest is Hikaru, but I think with these sort of odds, mostly the GM's been taking on engines like Ribka or Komodo with pawn odds, sometimes several pawn odds. But yeah, Knight is really thought to be way too much, or was always thought to be way too much. But Leela Knight odds has been turning that on its head. I mean, even with Rook odds and Queen odds, it's performing amazingly. So it's going to be very interesting indeed. I'll just actually bring up the Leela blog. Just give me one moment, and we can just have a little look at that, because that's actually quite interesting. Just to get a feel for the rules of the engagement. So time control, it's 10 plus 5. Adjustments possible after game pairs. That Naka versus Komodo, yeah, that was quite interesting at the time. It's so it's going to be 10 plus 5, adjustment after game pairs. So that actually happened with a David Navarra match. That you know, David was doing very well, and so he made it a bit more difficult for himself by reducing the time. So that could happen. 10 plus 5, it's a good time control. I think in principle, I would expect Awonder to be something of I think it's going to be using all of its resources, I think, but it's not. I mean, it's very limited in the amount it thinks there. So it's limited to 800 half moves per move. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think it would particularly matter. I mean, it's not using a vast amount of processing power. Well, they're going to do game pairs, I think. So, you know, just do 10 plus 5 and then afterwards have a look to see what happens. I think with 10 plus 5, somebody as strong as Awonder, he's 2687, ranked 42 in the world, and yeah, is very young and very strong. I think that that he's probably something of a favorite. I think, but yeah, it's very tough to know. Hey, Martin, how are you? We might see some. Oh, that would be great. Fantastic. Hi. Yeah, that's a wonder there, actually. So let me see whether I can bring. That would be great. That would be great. Let me try and activate you. Let me have a look. I'm just going to see. I got a message from Awonder. Now, normally I would see him. Ah, there, I can see him there. That's where he is. Great. Okay, so I'm going to bring Awonder onto the match. So onto the stream. So there we are. Hey, hi.
Oh, hello. I don't know. Can you hear me? Or
brilliant to see you. How are you feeling?
oh, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I just finished my exam, so.
Oh, really?
Pretty
Oh,
good shape,
goodness.
yes.
What are you finishing? Is it high school for you, or is it?
It's college. It's college.
It's college. Okay, right.
Undergraduate, yeah. Yes.
Undergraduate. Okay, brilliant. How old are you, I wonder, actually?
I'm a 21, so.
21.
Yeah, getting up there.
Oh, dear me, not too bad. And are you planning to be a chess professional after college, or are you?
Yeah, I'm just finishing my last year, so probably
Okay.
I will try playing for a year or two. I think I mean, maybe before this year I was not so sure, but I think yeah, somehow I got pretty lucky this year, so I thought maybe I'll just try and continue a little bit and then do some postgraduate work.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, with with a rating like yours, I think you'd have a wonderful time. At least being a professional for a couple of years. And yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, I was a professional for a short amount of time. About 5, 6 years. But the time that I spent there, I learned so much about chess, and it keeps you. Even if you don't want to go all the way and be a professional for the rest of your life, it's a nice thing to do. It really is.
Yeah, I
It's
think for sure it would be fun for a couple of years.
okay. So, why on earth are you taking on Leela? What made you accept the challenge?
Oh, it's actually kind of interesting. So yeah, I think at some point I was really into shogi, like Japanese chess,
Oh,
and
right.
so
Okay.
so yeah, I messaged Larry about that and um just because it was, I mean, he obviously is very knowledgeable and it was getting a little hard for me to improve. And then at some point we discussed this night odds thing I mean, it was just very natural for me because I think maybe in chess it's not as common, at least since the 19th century, but in shogi there's very active and still
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a huge history behind having peace odds games. And in general, I mean, I just sort of like this idea. I think it's not very well explored. There's no literature behind it,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, it should be very fun. I mean, I expect to be a huge underdog, but um, but we'll see. I mean, I think in
Yeah.
general, it's
Yeah.
also very instructive.
Yeah, we just none of us were sure, to be honest. We had a big discussion about it, amongst there's some computer guys there and all that, and we just weren't really sure. I mean, in some ways, yeah. I mean, Leela's obviously very strong with night odds. The 10+5, I think, is a good time control just to have a bit of time to be able to reflect as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really intrigued to see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, it's brilliant that a player as strong as you is just willing to take up the challenge and go for it. It makes it really, really interesting for everyone. So yeah, thanks a lot for doing that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just for a reference, I think for the audience, maybe I did manage to play a couple of training games in the past couple of months at like shorter time controls, like Bullet or 3+2. But there, I think I score maybe like 1 out of every 8 games or 1 out of every 10 games. So it's really not close at all. I think part of it is yeah, the time pressure does get to me. But but yeah, it's I think if people haven't played it before, like there are a lot of very interesting ideas, especially in the opening and I think more so in the middle game, just how it places its pieces um and I think the first time I played it, I already had very few expectations, but then as I played it a bit more, it was quite dazzling. So
Yeah,
I think regardless of the
I
result,
have
it
to say.
still will be very fun.
Yeah, I saw a couple of your bullet games. I was just absolutely astounded at how fast you were. I mean, that was I couldn't believe how. I mean, it's amazing, right? I mean, I play some bullets as well, but I mean, just the speed that you were showing was just incredible. Somehow, it was almost matching Leela somehow. So I was really, yeah, it was.
No, well,
I mean, yeah, it's. Oh, but it's
yeah,
it's
no,
brilliant. I mean, everyone around the computer forums and everything has been really, really looking forward to it. So it's yeah, wonderful event. So thanks very much for taking part. It's
yeah, for sure, yeah.
do you want some? Maybe you want a few minutes just to focus and calm down, so we can give you that. And yeah, I mean, there's no pressure at all. If ever you feel like joining the stream again, then just give a shout, and that's good. But yeah, I mean, there's no pressure at all. Just whatever works for you. And yeah, we'll be watching and cheering and enjoying it from here. So
Yeah,
lots of
sounds
love.
good. So I think um, Larry suggested that maybe I join every 2 games or something like that,
Yeah,
or
I mean
rejoin
that.
every 2 games to discuss, or I could just play like a series and then.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
do what you feel like. If you can always send a message in the chat, and I'll keep an eye out on it. Basically, don't want to put you off. Want to do whatever you're comfortable with. But if you fancy chatting about it and just explaining how you felt it went, then I mean that's absolutely wonderful. I mean, the people will be delighted to hear it. They really will. So just
okay,
just leave it up to you and what you feel comfortable with. I don't want to distract. Don't want you to get distracted either, right? When it's sometimes talking about things, it just can be distracting as well. But Yeah.
Oh yeah, for me, I think it's all. Yeah, I can join for some post game discussion, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is just pure fun for me. I think.
Oh, great.
Uh,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm done with all my work for the for the year.
Well, I mean, yeah,
But
I mean, after doing exams, I can imagine that chess is
uh,
feeling like a good escape now. So it's
no, but yeah, I hope the audience is entertained. I expect to see some to be. I mean, yeah, for me, it's like every time I played, it's quite the show. So it's
yeah.
I think maybe it's not as good watching, but
Oh no, 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 no!
hopefully it'll be
It's
entertaining.
I mean, I've been doing lots of videos on odds games against all sorts of people at different odds, and but it's just incredible the things that are coming out of it. The games are just crazy somehow. So I think it's always fantastic fun. So yeah,
All right,
it's going to be
sounds
super.
sounds good. I'm actually not sure how to leave. Let me see if I can figure this out. All right, yeah, and I guess we'll get started in a couple of minutes.
Okay, so I'll just so I'm going to press button now, and then you'll go off the screen. That's great, fantastic. Brilliant. Oh, he's looking forward to it. That's really nice to hear. Right. So now I'm hoping, let me actually, I'm not quite sure. I was assuming it would be on the standard thing, but I think maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow Awonder. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Let me have a look. Who do I need to follow? I was thinking I was going to follow Leela Night Odds, but and that they were going to, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. I'm just going to have a quick little look. Liang, that's the one. That was the one I need. So Liang. Let me just try and follow that one. Liang. That's the one. Watch games. That's good. So I think that that will be probably the easiest to follow. But let me also just duplicate and get Leela Night Odds as well, just for the sheer hell of it. Watch games. Whilst we're and we'll go there and that. So yeah, I mean, it's let me just put the chat back because I've hello everyone. Sorry, it's I was just I hadn't seen the I put the chat behind because Awonder was there. So Leela Night Odds is reserved for Yang. Great, really. I'm still seeing some games, right? But I think I'll try and follow Awonder, I think, and yeah, that'll be good. It's always daylight. Yeah, no, exactly. And always close to the pool. Liang, yeah, sorry. Thanks, got it. So yeah, he's a really lovely guy. He's a really lovely guy. Everyone always says that somehow. And yeah, he's looking forward to it, which is great. And we're going to see. Yeah, I've seen some of his bullet games, and as I said, I was yeah, I mean, the top players always suffer at a bullet against no, I don't play Atomic. Always, seem to suffer against Leela, even at Queen odds somehow. But his speed was incredible. Leela can play multiple games at once. Yeah, Leela can. But brilliant, fantastic. Yeah, Queen odds is playing a lot at the same time. But obviously, what tends to happen is if you're following night odds, then yeah, sometimes when a new player joins, I think Leela's been taken offline there. When a new player joins, then sometimes you get switched over to another one, so it's a bit difficult to watch. So. But this is great. This is really nice. Yeah, I don't know. Awonder was saying that he feels like the underdog. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know really. It's kind of I mean, it's always going to be really tricky. I mean, that's definitely true. But I do think 10 plus 5, 10 plus 5 is good for a strong player like Awonder. I think. especially because he's really fast when and really good when the time gets short. So yeah, I mean, his for finishing off and all of that, I mean, he'll be very, very good at that. So I think it's 6 games, isn't it, that we're playing? I would think. Six games for poly market betting. Yeah, I would say something like if it was out of 6 games, I'd say it would be like 4-2 to Awonder would be my feeling, but I'm not sure. It's very, very it's difficult to say, just very difficult to say. So but let's have a look. Just waiting for waiting for it all to happen. Oh, Martin, yeah, no, but the nice thing is you can try with Queen odds, for example, and you can just, sort of, yeah. Well, I'm going to try AM. I am going to try sometime. I meant to do it during the holidays, but I had some holidays. But first of all, I got distracted by streaming the World Championship because the Leela team came up with live Leela, and I just wanted to do it, and I also got ill somehow, and I just didn't really feel like going for it. But I'm going to do it, but not great chances, I don't think. The problem is, the big thing is that I'm not very good when the time gets very, very short. So, what openings? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, not taking any challenges. That's good. That's right. But that's right because we're reserving it for this match. It will be available later, or maybe the Queen odds will be available. Bishop Knight is quite fun. Yeah, no, that's a bit cruel, really, for Leela. Poor Leela. Although I saw Leela putting up a hell of a fight like that. Yeah, I mean, the Queen's quite a good one to start with. Give yourself enough time, like 5+3, and then see how far you get. Bizarrely tricky Queen odds, and then Rook odds after a Knight odds. But Rook odds and Knight odds, I don't think there's that much difference, really, to be honest. I think Leela's incredibly strong at Rook odds. It's so let's have a look. We should be starting soon, hopefully. Leela Knight odds. Let's just refresh that. We're looking at Awonder, so yeah, I mean we should be okay. One of them should start. Oh, a week ago. No, I don't know. No, normally it's available unless it had reached the maximum people it plays concurrently somehow. Yeah, I mean Queen Odds Bullet is really incredible, right? I mean I've been watching hundreds of those games, and it's amazing how quick. I mean, there's a lot of normal looking games that end up being, like compensation after 14, 15 moves. It's quite insane. And the openings are quite, yeah, I mean, Leela's got this mix of yeah, no, that's right. I mean, the Rook odds, you see Leela making a lot of quite interesting theoretical stuff, actually, and just, leaving the Rook is only of importance later. There's some really interesting stuff in Rook odds. Knight odds is a bit more specific somehow, but what I've got, you can't even get a draw. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I don't think I would either, to be honest. I'm 28 something bullet. I don't think I'd be getting anything. I'm not fast enough, not strong enough to do that. But I mean, Awander's 3100 at bullet, right? And he was struggling. Although for time he was just incredible. I mean, he was playing almost as fast as Leela, which is instantly, it's just incredible. The only problem is that for the bullet is that, at some stage, Leela just keeps on going and the human player somehow, the brain gets full, and you start slowing down. But let's have a look. Awonder, no. Let's have a look. I think the bot is offline. Okay, let's have a look. Guys, is anyone from the Leela team in here? I think the bot is offline. I'm calling out to I've got a message from Awonder there. Gukesh D, yeah. Yeah, good. Andrew's really fast. Let me just. I'm just gonna. I can also mail Larry. Just let me try that and apply. Hey Larry, is the bot okay? Hey Larry, got a message. From Awonder. Little bot is offline. Let me just. I'm just mailing Larry. I'm just doing everything I can to reach people. Oh, it's waiting to lose on time in its last game. Ah. Oh, it's got a minute. Ah, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We think it's waiting to. Let me just tell Wanda that waiting. That's probably a good idea. Lurking anyway. The bot seems to be offline, Naptha. So I don't know whether to lose on time. 1 minute to go. Lose on time in its last game. 1 minute to go. Ah, there we are. No, not Vovan. We don't want Vovan. Oh, he's playing a half-minute, but that's not Leela. Oh well, this is we're getting some Awonder Liang 30-second. He's just warming up. I've tried playing this hyper bullet. and it's just absolutely insane. I just can't do it. I mean, he's ooh, this is looking a bit dangerous. Looking very dangerous. There's a pawn on h6 that's ooh, rook h6, queen h6, rook f1, queen g6. Oh, takes. Oh, rook h7 is coming in. Ooh. Yeah, this is where Awander's so strong. He's just able to play just moves instantly somehow. I just can't do this. I can't do it. I try so hard, but yeah, he's just pre-moving all the time and playing strong moves as well. That's good technique. He's got the rook protecting everything there. Oh, this is classic stuff. Yeah. Nardley take all his pawns and then just queen, and he's just pre-moving all the way. Brilliant. Manually ended the game. Okay. Ready to go. Let me just ready to go, I think. So right. Well, we saw some of his speed. Now let's have a look. Let's see. Awonder does know what to do, right? Which there's not a special link or anything that he needs to click on. He can just click the standard challenge link. Let's hope. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, guys. Yeah, I mean, it should just be the direct link, yeah, that should be working. No, we haven't kicked off yet. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. Normally, we should be ready to go. Leela has Black left the game draw. So normally Awander's there. Oh, he's off. He's offline. Was he online? No, he's online. So normally we should be ready to go. Yeah, it's all really confusing, right? I mean, it's just very difficult to know what's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, no, it's good. Leela's taking some time to get ready. Makeup, hair, high heels, wants to look her best. So, indeed, yeah, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be good. Dun, dun, dun. Have I ever played against Awonder? He is a little bit too young for me. Yeah, most players under 21. You know, it's really not. Let's go humanity. Yeah, no, it's I've never played Magnus actually either. So it's really there's a lot of those players, of those young players that haven't played. Now the time controls are nice for Awonder, but that's fair enough, right? I mean, it's not. The idea is well, the idea, I mean, really is to try and find out what the sweet spot is, really, I suppose, you know. And but I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's just Leela at odds is just something quite amazing somehow. Yeah, it's just I've been watching so many games. Uncle Matthew, yeah, Magnus is very young as well. Yeah. I've spoken to Magnus a few times, but I've never played him. Way there we are. Right, we have started. Brilliant. All right, so I am going to just follow the opening there and let you know. God, Awander's playing fast. My goodness. Oh dear, he is really. So this has already Leela's had quite a few games. I'm looking at the database of Leela, and I'm seeing quite a few games already. But Bishop G4 was a novelty, so Leela has never seen Bishop G4 before. So that is absolutely new. So that's where we left opening theory. Yeah, the Jabava London system. This is really the classic Leela Night Odds opening. So it's a little bit nervous about this bishop on G6. Leela tends to but Leela's exchanging it. That's not bad. Now, what I notice is that Leela does tend to exchange off one set of minor pieces, but two normally not. So that's normally. Normally the case there. King B1 always played King B1 as well. You really notice a number of things that Leela does here. So yeah, Black's got to decide what to do here. I mean, I think that the key decision really is what are you going to do with your king? Are you going to castle kingside here? Yeah, it's true. I was a bit surprised with Bishop G4, but yeah, I mean, with the extra piece, I think Awonder was looking to exchange off the light square bishop, and with that bishop pointing towards here, then yeah, you know, White's almost duty bound to play Bishop D3. Really, you haven't got time to move the pawns forward. So Bishop D6, yeah, Bishop G5. Leela avoiding the exchange of minor pieces there. That's yeah, maybe some threat of knight takes D5 now because we got all the pins there. So a little bit of danger there. So Bishop D3, Rook D3, very normal. And now what will Awonder play? I would say Queen A5 is quite normal. Maybe Queen A5. You know, just get the queen out there, and then see what White is actually going to come up with here. Yeah, yeah. Castle Queenside is a little bit airy, but maybe it's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah. But I think we grandmasters need to have a bit of self-respect, and if you give us a knight, we should show that that we can win it somehow. Yeah. It's yeah, I mean, knight takes d5 is a threat, I think. So I mean, queen a5 is would be quite nice, I think. Bishop e7 would not be silly either. That would be quite a good move. And Leela's relaxed. Leela's relaxed. Share my prediction for this match. I think it's a 6-game match in principle. So I was thinking 4-2 for Awonder, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's so yeah, queen a5 is possible. I mean, yeah. Bishop e7 is very solid, yeah. Oh, queen g1. Dear me. Yeah. I think Leela was worried that that the exchange of pieces was going to be forced there. But I mean, I guess we could go knight e4 here, by the way. This would not be stupid. It would cost a pawn, but you would actually exchange off another set of minor pieces. I would be our first of 6 wins. Okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's getting a bit tougher. But first to 6. It's like, but you could have this could be Karpov Kasparov. We could have 80 games or something with all draws. G4. So yeah, I mean, I think Awonder is going to have to castle queen side. I think castling king side is just making me a bit nervous somehow. So the problem is that of course Black's counterplay is there, but yeah, this makes sense somehow. So I think we're going to try and move the king over to the side and move the rooks over. And I mean, maybe eventually, if you get your king over to the side, maybe rook to b8, rook to c8, you can play b5 to b4. But Wonder's done this well. He's done this really well. No, but Leela thinks for Leela mustn't think too much, otherwise she gets depressed. So oh, is it 20,000 nodes now? I thought it was 800, Naptha. Streaming on Twitch, Uncle Matthew. Yeah, I thought about it. It's just I'm a bit nervous about having too many people watching me and needing to moderate. That's the thing. So I stayed with e5. That was quite brave from Awonder, I have to say. I would have kept it tight at the back, I would have thought, but okay. Knight c6, knight d4. Right. Okay. So it's a little bit of danger. It's fine, but there's just a little bit of danger. The question is, why can't you play bishop b4 in this position, actually? Why can't we play bishop b4? I guess you could just play rook b3 then, and if knight d4, rook b4, that's the idea. But it would exchange off another set of minor pieces. But the dark squares would be a little bit weak. I would tend to do that. Or maybe not. Maybe you'll take on c6. Or you'll just take on c6 simply. Sorry, I'm hallucinating. You could even take on c6 if you wanted. To be honest, I would like to play. I would like to play bishop b4. To be honest, and if knight c6, then bishop c3, knight d8, and then just move the bishop back. And just, I mean, okay, I'm going to lose a pawn. And my king's a little bit more weakened. On the other hand, I have got rid of an awful lot of pieces there. Oh, sorry, I can see that I just need to close that one because somebody else is playing against an odd spot. So sound is too quiet. Okay, bishop b4, b takes c6, played rook b3. I can turn it up a little bit. It's normally it's fine. Yeah, I can see the bot is playing other games somehow. Yeah. It's so 97 queen e2. We're threatening queen a6. Okay, this is a little bit. It's a little bit worrying what Awander's done here with the old weak king. Not that it's bad or anything. He's done it perfectly fine. It's just I'm worried against Leela somehow. It's okay. Wow, let's just leave it like that. If Mr. Beads says the sound is okay, he is the expert. He is the one who has to do it. Nobody's ever claimed that my voice is too soft. That's the thing. Oh, f5. So Leela is on the attack. Leela is a piece down, of course, so Leela is much worse, but Leela is putting some pressure on stuff. Queen d1. The important thing is kind of that the king is quite safe for Leela. So this, from the human perspective, it's a little bit hard to think, what exactly am I doing in this position? That's the point. But okay, I mean, he's doing well. He hasn't. There's no materials been lost. I mean, I feel like putting the rooks in the center somehow and trying to hold the center. Oh yeah, this is a nice move as well. You're trying to bring the knight into e4. Oh god, he's coming over here. Yeah, that's those are the sort of things. Those are the sort of things that you're always missing. That the engines just see the whole board somehow, and you're kind of focused on something. That's a slightly irritating move, I have to say. Because once you get to h7, you're threatening f takes g6. I mean, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe you could just put the knight in the center and after rook h7, go rook d7 and just hold the second rank like that. That might be possible. But okay, it's a pawn that's gone. But yeah, I'm not quite sure that Leela eval is actually means. But I mean, you could go rook h8, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's sort of, it feels like the start of the slippery slope, really. I think something like knight e4. Oh, he's played it, and rook d7. Yeah. That's the best one. Okay, h4. Yeah, so Leela's basically going to try and create a pass pawn. Now, knight g3, not because of bishop f4 with a skewer there. So otherwise, it would be nice to fork these two, but you can't do that. What should white be doing here? It's not as easy as you might think. Queen b7 is a good move, I think. Oh, that's surprising. Oh, that is quite surprising from Leela. So I think Leela was getting a bit worried about the queen side there. But okay, Leela's claiming that it's got quite a dangerous bit of counterplay here. Yeah, rook h3 is the sort of move where it's okay. So rook f7 is vaguely in there. Not yet though. I'm trying to work out why h4 wouldn't be a nice move to play. The problem is, again, you see, is that Awonder was just starting to play queen b7, give some danger, and now he's being forced. He's being forced to look to away from the king and being forced to deal with his own danger. That's the real problem. I think h4 looks sensible though. I think it would be good, right? Because I think if you allow white to take on h5, it's a bit annoying. Although if the queen takes on h5, you get the bishop to d4. So maybe it's not so bad. Maybe if we went something like queen e6, just with the idea of takes there. But g7, oh, g7, queen e6, g7 is annoying. It's a bit of a, oh God. It's a little bit of a tricky one. You're not quite sure. Queen g4, that's in. Ooh, whoa. Was that? I was thinking, could you take and go rook f7? But presumably Awonder got it covered. But bishop f8 is a sneaky one. Oh, good lord, yeah. If queen d1 we're taking, and then we're just going g7 afterwards. But okay, you can put a knight on f6 to cover. I think Awonder's still good here, right? I think he's still good. He's still good. But Awonder's still good. He's not losing this. He's not losing it. He's better still. It's just a little bit scary, that's all. But he's all right. He's all right. I mean, I don't even know whether you need to take on d1. Actually, I'm saying that, but I mean, but you do need to go knight f6. So yeah, I mean, I think he's going to go. Is he going rook g6? He's going rook g. Oh, c4. Okay, Awonder's still better here. He's still better. So what if we just start pushing the h pawn? Is that going to be possible? I keep on, these things never quite seem to work against Leela. Leela gets behind the pawn, and then Leela's coming to h8 and playing g8. I mean, knight f6 seems quite sensible, just to protect the pawn, and also you're covering g8. But maybe you'd really want to try and get a bishop to d4. Leela's being so careful. Leela's stopping the bishop from getting to d4. It's amazing. All the moves I was suggesting before, they would have allowed bishop d4 from Awonder, and that would have been very difficult. But this is not going to be easy, because I think if d4, then white's going to go rook e1, and rook e1 now, rook e1. Oh, a4. Wow. Okay, you must go h4, surely. Surely now h4. What on earth is a4? Oh, a4, you want to go a5. a5's the idea, I think. And the idea is bishop a5, rook d4. Maybe you should go c5 here. Maybe you should go c5 and cover the pawn. That's possible, I think. But I'm a bit worried about rook e1, to be honest. And then we're invading. I'm a little bit worried. I mean, how can I be worried? I'm a piece up, simply. You're a piece up. How can this be tricky? How can this be tricky? But I just don't, I'm not quite sure what to do, simply. This structure is just so irritating. I mean, I play bishop c5. It doesn't help at all, simply. So, yeah, Awonder's getting low on time now, but he's got 5 seconds increment. And, well, you saw how quick he is there. So, I mean, I think maybe a5. I mean, I think you've got to stop Leela from doing this somehow, yeah? Oh, king b7. Oh, bishop a7. Is that what? No, 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 that's not good. That's not good, surely. Surely that's really risky. Surely that's too risky. Bishop a7. We're getting caught up here. Oh, bishop a5. Okay. Rook d4. Okay, this is a little bit worrying because if knight f6, we've got rook d6, but maybe we can give a check. Ooh, this is scary. King c8. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Okay, so, well, we can't exchange off rooks, obviously, because g8 happened. So we've got to go to g4, but now we're losing a pawn. And the rook's coming to h6. Yeah, sorry, to h8 now. So we need to get, oh, God, but we're going to lose the h-pawn. We need to get the knight round to f6. But if we go knight e4, then rook h5, and we're attacking this one. Oh, God. Knight g7, rook a5. Oh, God. Well, Awonder's a pawn down. It is drawn, this. It's drawn. Oh, it's not even a pawn down. Okay. Now, if there's any player who will hold this against Leela, he is going to. Yeah, no, I'm taking them off from time to time. The arrows, sorry. So when if anyone can draw this, it's going to be Awonder. I've seen a lot of people losing these, but now he's going to draw this. He's super solid, and actually, he's just got a very solid. I mean, just king b8, rook c6 again, rook d7. Oh, yeah. Leela's tricky, but I don't. Leela's tricky, but you won't. But Awonder won't lose this. Wow, what a game! To be honest, Awonder did really well, right? He did really well. I mean, it's really, it's absolutely incredible what he did. I thought he was really, going to get into difficulties somehow. But oh, actually, knight c7 required now, I think, to keep the pawn. But he's got loads of time. He's got loads of time. Now let's. Leela wins. No. He won't. Leela won't win this. Leela might win a pawn, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be anything. Where did Black go wrong? That's a really tricky one to say, to be honest. I mean, it just. I mean, this was one of those games where the oh, rook h3 is quite nice now, to be honest. But it's one of those games where Leela does this somehow. Sometimes there are the quick games where it goes bananas right from the start, but this was simply a game where oh, let's have a look. This was simply a game where Leela whittles down the advantage, and you just sort of you just end up losing pawns, and then you can't win anymore, and you're even in trouble somehow because the pawns are stronger. It's just really weird somehow. So king b7 now. Yeah, this is all good. We need a shuffle rule really for for this. Rook d5. Rook d5. Very good. Rook d7 again. Yeah, no. Knight d5 or something. Yeah. I don't know whether you could offer a draw here. It would be I mean, Leela's finding a way to make it look like Leela's making progress, but Leela really isn't. Awonder's playing it very well. You can trust a GM to hold this, even against Leela. It's yeah, no, that's true. On the other hand, you seriously can't imagine how many games Leela has won of these like these, but it's just not going to happen against Awonder. But yeah, but that was scary. That was really incredible. I have to say that whole game. I'm not quite sure where Black went wrong, to be honest. Yeah, somewhere that you blundered it after 100 moves. Yeah, no, I mean, I got shown one of these amazing ones where yeah, you know, it was rook and two pawns against bishop, knight, and pawn. Where you'd think if anyone's better, it would be the bishop, knight, and pawn, and Leela won it somehow. It was. I mean, it's easy. It's easy for a human to blunder. Well, easy. I mean, it's possible for a human to blunder, but it's just not somebody of a Wander's strength. So you know, it's all going to be good. Yeah, we've seen the GMs lose drawn positions. Oh, dear me, dear me, dear me. Oh, that was so embarrassing, actually. Oh, actually, yeah, Bishop B6 is coming in. It was so embarrassing, actually. I mean, it was because somebody said, "Ah, come on, can we offer a draw here? It would be worth it somehow. Could we offer a draw? Would somebody accept? That would be quite useful, I think. Oh, it's okay. It's a draw. It's a draw. Great. Well done. Well done, Awonder. I mean, I thought he played really, really well for a long time. And then it got tricky, but then he went for it, right? So Bishop G4 was a Wander's novelty. So let's try a new game, E3. Knight F6 and G3 from Leela. Oh, it's with the knight on G1. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. B3, knight F6, G3. Oh, good lord, that was a novelty from Leela. Never seen that before. Are we going to transpose to something? So very cagey from Awonder. No, so B3 and G3. Never seen that from Leela. Yeah, otherwise the odds would be knight and move somehow. So this is quite a new position somehow. So it's basically a standard English, but Awander's managed to wangle himself an extra knight there. Normally a slight edge for white, but not very much at all. So going to be very interesting to see how Leela does this. There's a little threat of knight takes a7 here, by the way. So I think a lot of people have learned from the engines by now. I think Magnus was just super quick. He just picked things up just like that, and yeah, made his own stuff of it and then incorporated. But I think everyone's trying to do their best now and do it. Yeah, it's yeah, knight a7 is the threat, winning a pawn, which would be well, actually, is it a threat? It's not quite clear because we could go rook a8. And then if knight b5, rook a2, yeah, so it's not completely clear that it's an actual threat, but yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, a6 is tremendously natural, and I guess Leela's going to go back to c3, and it's not easy to exchange off pieces. Obviously, you're always looking. Could I do something active and just it wouldn't normally be good, but with the piece odds, I might be able to exchange off a lot of pieces. But d5 is looking doesn't look like it's anything very much. I mean, I would. Oh, bishop a8. Okay, that's interesting. Just yeah, maybe it's a good idea actually. Just I think Awander's trying to avoid giving himself any weaknesses somehow. Doesn't want to weaken his structure because Leela's quite good at that. But yeah, it's a cagey game, this one. Yeah, Will, I'm thinking about it. I'm wondering whether I'm going to make an effort to do something. It would include stuff about peace and peace odds and everything, but also more. It's I mean, it would really be fascinating to do a whole study of odds, actually. you know, just starting with Morphy and all that, and looking at how people played with knight odds would be quite interesting somehow. So that's an interesting move. So Awander's it's good just to force a few weeks. Oh, Queen H5. I'm a bit nervous about that one. A little bit nervous about that one, but I mean, it's fine. It's all fine. It's just yeah, well, that's encouraging. I sort of was wondering whether it would be too much of a niche of a niche thing somehow. But Awander's got to be a little bit careful here. This queen is looking rather is worrying me slightly. So knight d6 is threatened. I mean, I'm guessing we're playing. Well, it's not yet a threat, right? Because we'll have a queen c5 check. So if knight d6, we'll have a queen c5 check. So it's not a threat yet, but the bishop will come to a3 at some stage. The key question is whether d5 would be possible. Normally you would have said, yes, it is. But since this is Leela, I'm assuming that it's maybe slightly more tricky than you might think. I mean, the problem with d5 is that I take and I probably play e5 after. And yeah, it's not clear or anything. Oh, yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, that was a good move. Trying to force knight d6 when you've got the queen c5 check. So that's good. But just got to watch out with the queen. You mustn't let yourself get. But okay, it should be hard to trap the queen, right? I mean, g4, you've got access to dark squares then, so it should still be fine. Yeah, you were right, Achim. A6 was a good move. I mean, I quite like the idea of playing knight e8 anyway, to be honest. Just consolidate that pawn. Make sure you can exchange off bishops if ever the knight moves, and maybe you can play a move like b5 at some stage and just sacrifice a pawn just for some play. I mean, Awander's doing. Oh, he's going for it. Takes. Knight a4. Okay, this is a really critical part of the game because Awander's gone for it. And who knows? I don't think he's wrong because with this pawn on here, the white structure's looking a bit weird. But yeah. Knight a4 is annoying, but I think you can just go d takes c4 because if knight b6, there's still. Oh, queen c5 will have queen f2. That's the one. Oh, and then we'll be forking these two. Oh, knight a4 is annoying then. Yeah, knight a4 is annoying. Yeah, Leela's tricky. That's a very irritating move, knight a4. Okay, maybe you just have to say, okay, I'm going to lose a pawn, but I've opened up the position. I mean, you can take knight takes b6 and rook b8. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Or you play queen c5, queen f2, and then you go rook b8. It could be that Awander's going to end up with a. The only problem, what I'm worrying about a little bit is a scenario where white takes and then plays f4 and pins you. That's what the scenario I'm wondering about, but. This should be okay. I mean, queen c5 check, queen f2, takes, and rook b8. Or maybe even rook takes d1 and then rook b8. Looks quite sensible. I guess Leela will take on c4 afterwards and just claim you've got a pawn for the piece there. Maybe. Oh, knight e4. Whoa! What's happening here? Yeah. Oh, this could be very good. This could be very clever. So bishop c1. We've got a rook c1. Oh, okay. Oh, Awander's done a really nice job here. Rook c8, rook takes c4. Or is Awander thinking about taking on here, maybe? It's a possible. Takes knight b6, ba, and then we'll have knight b4. It's a bit risky. It's risky, but it's possible. I'm not sure it's. Oh, it could be. It could work, I think. So I think the line is cb, knight b6, we take. And if knight a8, we go rook a8. You can't take the knight because it's queen. And if e5 to do a little pin, we've got knight e5 because bishop a8, there's knight d3. Trust me, the arrows are good. This should be 0-1. I think I mean, take should be 0-1 as well, but it's maybe a bit more tricky. Just to hold. I think CB is really strong. I think he's tricked Leela. Oh, knight e5 maybe even. Knight e5 could be interesting. Oh, Leela doesn't like it. So Leela's been tricked. Leela's been tricked. Wow. Yeah, knight e5 could be very strong indeed. Yeah, b2 or maybe b takes a. I sort of feel like taking an extra pawn here. Yeah, he's done. Oh, Leela just took back. Okay, okay, but this is really good for black now. So yeah, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's very, very good for black. I mean, I think you play bishop b7 and then bring the king in. So yeah. I mean, nerves always play a role here, but yeah. Okay. So we're going rook c7, I guess. Knight a5, bishop h3. Leela avoiding anything. Viren! Viren! These are not easy to win, by the way, against Leela. But obviously the chances are superb now. A lovely game from Awonder here. I mean, you're just desperately trying to find out what on earth is Leela's threat, really. That's what I mean, that's often the problem to try and determine. It often ends up being a threat. I mean, I think, e6 is going to happen some stage. So playing a move like rook c2 check and then knight b3 and allowing e6 for free is not great, I think. I think to be honest, rook e8 looks quite tempting to me, I have to say. Rook e8 feels really quite tempting, hitting that one. Just stop e6. Yeah, that's right. And then, okay, b4. And now anything really. Knight c4, I think, would be quite decent. Knight c6 is also not silly. Yeah, I mean, Leela just trying to... I think bishop d5 is a very nice move. Okay, got to avoid rook a8, bishop e6 check, which would be not funny. But I think rook b8 here, for example, is a very good move. Rook b8 is excellent. And then just take here. That's just winning for black. And very simple there with an extra knight. Yeah, Awander's doing a great job. So king f6. Yeah, this is good stuff from Awonder. You've got to watch out because b5 is kind of a threat and Leela's going to hold the b pawn, which is a bit annoying. It might have been better just to take that b pawn and, just to avoid giving Leela any tricks somehow. I kind of feel like just bringing the king in, to be honest. That would be my favorite idea. Bring the king to d4 and then either win this pawn or just push the e pawn. I think that would be the best. I think king e5 is nice. Yeah, I think king e5 is really the move you want to play here. I'm convinced. And after b5, we can play king d4. We're just completely solid there. I was trying not to, yeah. Rook b4, rook h7. Yeah. Get a bit nervous. Rook b7. That's good. Okay. We're looking good now. We're looking good. Need some care, need some precision, but we're good. I mean, Awonder would win this with no time left. So, yeah, knight c3 now. Knight d5. Maybe g5 first and h6. That would be quite good to do. g5 and h6 would be good. Put the bishop on d5 as well, and then move the king round. You know, just put up a sort of a barrier somehow. Don't let Leela's king in somehow. This is good. Awander's playing it really well. He really is. Bishop to d5 now would be my move now. Oh, bishop h1. Okay, he wants to bring the king over. That's the point. That's fine. Yeah, knight d6 is solid. Oh, that's a slightly irritating check. Never mind. Play e5 now, maybe. That's possible. Or king c5. Yeah, I mean, you go bananas. You know, you go completely bananas, of course, when you're trying to win this at bullet time controls. But yeah, at these time controls, it's all doable. Yeah, I wonder you're doing it well. You're doing it well. So yeah, you don't want to. He doesn't particularly want to allow the king into. Yeah, this is good. This is excellent. Yeah, it's good. He's just trying to avoid any sort of risk somehow, you know, and he's doing it perfectly here. Yeah, good king d4. Now it's just a win. Now it's just totally won. There's nothing more. Yeah, Awonder just wins this with 0 seconds on his clock. It's not a challenge. Yeah. Yay! Wow. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, wow. Very nice indeed. Very good win. That was really good. Kind of out-calculated Leela, I think. Actually, I think that was the thing. It was really. Let's have a look. Put Awonder on there. Yay! Well done.
Oh, hi. Can everyone hear me?
That was pretty cool. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm pretty surprised to win so early, but normally it doesn't go this smoothly.
Yeah,
But
no.
no, very, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the first game was bananas somehow. It was. I thought you were playing so well, but somehow it was just impossible to get any further. Somehow, yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Well, I think I played this move knight c6 at some point, and I allowed. So yeah, I think this line I had prepared, and this I kind of liked,
Yeah,
in the first game.
yeah.
But yeah, I just made one small mistake. I think I played this knight c6 move, and then my king became weak, and then I knew
Yeah,
like it would just find something else.
yeah.
It
No,
always
it's yeah.
it's
This rook
impossible to
h3
kill.
was the rook h3 was really nasty as well. Somehow, it's just hard to know what to do. You know, really what to do about some stuff like that. Somehow, it's. But I thought you did really well to keep it. You know, not because I mean it was time was getting shorter and it was still very tricky somehow. So I thought you did it really well to keep it together there. Actually, you know, it was. And the
Yeah,
second
I
game
found
was yeah.
no. There was this move, like I think move 42 on the first game. I played this move a4, which was extremely surprising to me. Basically, I mean, if he goes rook e1, then I can play d3 and it can't take on
Oh
e4.
yeah, of course.
But and so basically it combines, like I can't reply with a5 because then he can play rook e1. And so all of a sudden it's like extremely unclear. Yeah, okay, I see it's still winning, but I was calculating a lot and it was just it was such a huge mess. Like I was calculating some h4, h3, but it was never really working. And yeah, somehow it's like, I mean, it's always kind of winning, but then it just, yeah, it always
Yeah,
finds new stuff. Like I think I was very happy I found this queen g4, which I think was very
yeah, it was
precise.
a
But
good
then it
move.
was like,
Yeah, that was sort of solidifying, you know, stabilizing it somehow on there. It was really, yeah, that was a really important move. It's
yeah, but the thing is, like, you find like one tactic and then it comes up with another
it
one. So
comes
it
up
just
with
like
some more. Yeah,
never stops. Yeah, I think, yeah, the first game was very, yeah, I think somehow it feels like, you always like are in control, but then it's like, yeah, something, it's always like one thing after the other. So
yeah. The second game was brilliant. This 94 check was really nice find somehow. That really made it all all hang together somehow. Because we were when Leela went knight a4, we were thinking, oh God, what's happening there? It's tricky again. But this knight e4 was really good. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I was very fortunate because I didn't actually see it beforehand. So yeah, it played this knight b5, knight c3, and then back to a4, and I was like so confused. Like, I mean, if I don't have knight e4 check, then it might win a pawn, and then the endgame is not so clear.
no,
But yeah,
that's
somehow
right.
everything just worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, this was really cool, wasn't it? This knight e4 check thing, and yeah, just all works out brilliantly somehow. But I thought you did a really good job of keeping it perfectly under control all the way somehow, because the number of games I've seen Leela still winning a piece down is incredible. But you really kept control beautifully there. It was really impressive. It was really good.
Yeah, no, as I said, normally it doesn't go so smoothly. So yeah, I think I can try reducing the time control a bit, and then we'll play a couple more, I guess. And if I lose this set, then I can go back to 10+5. I think
Yeah.
this is what
I mean,
Larry
just see
suggested.
what you're comfortable with. I mean, we're happy whatever you do, Awonder. So it was really cool. Really, two excellent games there. So well played, and yeah, and good luck for the rest of them.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll just see whether I can. Yeah, I'll do that. This was pretty cool, right? This was really, really good. Yeah, this knight e4 is really important because if you're not playing knight e4, oops, oh, he's gone. There we are. So we've got 8 plus 3. Okay, that's a bit an extra little challenge. That's very good. Let's have a look. We've got another Jabava system. Let's have a look. 91 missing. Oh, we've got the same opening somehow. The Wander's believing in himself here. So this is going to be interesting. Bishop b4. G4! Wow. Leela. Quite surprised at that, I have to say. Wow. That's a bit bananas. Surely. Ah, okay, you're doing this. But still. Yeah, queen takes e6 was threatened, by the way, after bishop g6. That's why you couldn't do anything. That's maybe the reason Uncle Matthew. All right, Grandfather Beebs. No need to no need to do this. So Uncle Matthew. Maybe I need to change my stream name. So chess with Uncle Matthew. So okay, what is this position? I think Leela doesn't normally exchange off 2 sets of minor pieces, but I think that Leela's happy with the dark squared bishop and feels that that's something extra somehow. But okay, interesting. Yeah, again, the big question for black is where are you going to put the king? You're not going to put it on the king side. I mean, h4, h5 will come very quickly. But the problem is if you try and go to the if you're trying to go to the oh yeah, it could have been indeed. He's castle queen side. Whoa. I am also nervous about that one, but yeah, what else can you do somehow? Yeah, but it's just this bishop's cutting right across. So I'm a little bit nervous, and the queen can't easily get back. Okay, I mean, the knight's got to come around. I think that's the point, right? I mean, you've got to go 98 to d6 here. When that happens, you should be doing better, I think. So, yeah, b6, king b7. I'm getting worried about the queen. We're going to get hit by rook d3 to a3 soon. So, so slightly irritating position this for black, but yeah, 98, it's the right move. Bishop g3. Yeah, Leela's protecting the pawn so the rook can move, and also teeing up queen f4 as well. Castles recommended per Leela's PV. Well, c3. Okay, well, that's good. That is excellent news for black. because now the rook's no longer getting over. I was getting very worried about that. Okay, so now Awonder can put the king over to a8 now, I think. Yeah, that would be good. And now let's put it over on a8. Excellent. Rook c1. Right. Okay, so let's play a rook d7. The problem is, you know that if you start putting the rooks over, that h5 is going to happen and lead. Oh no! Wow, I was expecting h5. I thought Leela was going to start nibbling on the king's side, but not doing it. So Leela must be worried about something that that Awonder is preparing there. So okay, I mean, I would start thinking about playing knight c4. Just you know, let's start creating some weaknesses. I don't know whether we can do it better. I mean, you could also play knight a7 to b5 and just look to that might be quite nice. Knight a7 to b5 and then start thinking about doubling up your rooks like that. That might actually be quite strong. Oh wow, queen h2 hitting that one. Yeah, so hitting this one. These are the moves that yeah, b3. Okay. I mean, you can go knight a5 here, surely. Isn't this looking... I mean, this looks like a fairly unstoppable sack, to be honest, because queen c2, I've got knight a3. So... that feels like quite a good sack. I think we just sack, right? I think we just sack, and we can always just exchange off the queens, and we'll be 2 pawns up, but it's 2 very nice pawns, I have to say. I think you should be sacking. You should definitely be sacking now. And just go for the for an ending where you've got a great knight on c4 and 2 pawns. Yeah. That's what Awander's done. Now the question is, can Leela create any counterplay here? This is the question. a5 now, I think. Looking for rook h1 maybe. But black's in control here, so I think, yeah, I mean, you want to play rook. I'd play, I think, rook d7 to b7 maybe, and then b4. I think that's what you really want. I think that would be good. I mean, you could also play a move like a4, but he's being very cautious, Awonder, just stopping there. Okay, but that's maybe good. Now maybe rook d7, and that gives you the opportunity to move your rooks to every single file. I think that would be a good way to do it. Oh, is Awonder gonna try that? Could be possible, you know. Rook dh8. You're threatening g5 and g6 or something. It's a little bit... Yeah, he's doing it. Oh, yeah, Leela's... if the rook had moved away, then I think Awonder was going to sacrifice on h4 and just claim that he's just got total control. Yeah, that sack for 2 pawns was perfect. Going back, you'll be in trouble, guaranteed. So, hey, Giancarlo, good to have you in the stream. Yeah, no, that is the big human thing about it, that Leela's moving so fast. Ooh, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. That feels all wrong, to be honest. It feels wrong. It's maybe good, but it feels wrong. You're going to be eternally... Ah, okay. He's going to bring the king over to... Oh, he wants to bring the king f7 to g8, and then he's going to blockade with the king. That's very nice. But I mean, White's going to go f4 at some stage, yeah? Yeah, White's going to go f4 at some stage. So maybe Leela should play, maybe Awonder should play rook f7 here, I think. Yeah. Rook e1. Rook e2, rook e7. Yeah, if you take Leela's going to pile on the H file. Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Rook b7, Leela's coming on the H file, and then you've got a rook loose on b7. That's really dangerous. Or maybe you can get away. No, you can play the rook to f7, so maybe you can do it. But this feels a little bit more risky, but it's still good. It's still very, very good for black. It's a little bit scary. But maybe is Awonder maybe thinking about just breaking? Maybe he is actually. I mean, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that very much. I don't like that very much because you're not gonna. I'm not quite sure where you're breaking through now. Because Leela's gonna activate the bishop somehow. It's gonna do something like this when it can. That's a bit scary, this. You can't go rook h well because of rook d5. I mean, you could maybe work out a good way to give up a pawn somewhere. Yeah, I mean, this might be a good thing, yeah, because you get the rook over to to h3 somehow. But if you lose this pawn, yeah, then the knight on c4 becomes unstable. I don't know. This is a bit of a nightmare. It's a bit of a nightmare to win this one against Leela, I think. I mean, in all fairness, you know, the H pawn and the B pawn, they weren't the same somehow, you know. Just got to keep it together somehow, this one, because you can lose these if you're not careful. Yeah, I think Leela's going to put the king on a4. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, you're on the back rank, and the bishop's coming to. Oh, wait a minute. We got. Are you going to put the king on h6? That might be the best. I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, bishop b8. Yeah, the bishop's coming round here now, so you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to challenge for the back rank because we pin you with bishop c5. Yeah, knight d2 is a good move. So you're taking the pawn on f3. But knight h2 isn't possible because we take it, yeah? So you're still not quite free. But e5 could be... This pawn's a runner. What's Leela doing here? This is still very good for black. Oh, God. Wow. Oh, God. Does Leela think this is a... Oh, God. What a rook ending. Yeah, king f7 now, surely. And then you can check the king away. Ah, this must be winning. c7. No, king c7. That was annoying. That was not good. That was not the right way to do it. King c6. Now, interesting question. Are we going to... It's going to be a hard one to win, I think. Ooh. Kind of a tricky one, this one. But with 5-second increment, yeah, this is a good plan, but the king's... Oh, no, the rook's... Oh... King f7, we go rook f... Oh, king f7, but we're coming over to d5 to d6. Ooh. Yeah, Leela's always looking to try and check the king to the back rank so that the white king can come over. Rook g4 now. How about rook g4? Rook h4. What's wrong with rook h4? Because you might get a check in there. Wow, this is intense. Yeah, that's the move I was expecting. Oh no, now you're coming back. Jeez. Oh, okay. Yeah, Leela's looking to check to the back rank here. You can triangulate and always gain a tempo. That's quite good. Yeah, I mean, the question is, at some stage, I'm thinking Awonder will probably play d4. But he'll get his king check to the back rank, and then Leela will go rook g4, and I think that's just going to be fine for, yeah. But I think check now, and then rook g4 after. Yeah, it's going to be fine. You're not going to win this. And the king's coming back. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. Whoa. Whew. Yeah, no, Black was gaining increment. That's what Black was doing, just trying to give himself some some extra time. God, Awonder's playing well, isn't he? He's really playing very, very well here. My goodness. So, got a London system for all you London system lovers there. So we've got, I've got 12, 18 games in this. Bishop f5, played c3, e6, queen b3. Yes, I've seen this before from Leela. Just got one game now in this line. Not bishop d6. b6 was played. So this is a new position for Leela. Hey, Larry. Good to have you in the stream. They changed the time control just to see. Yeah, I mean, part of it I think we're really trying to find out. Part of it we're just really trying to find out whether what a good time control is for a player of Awonder's strength against Leela at odds, basically. So yeah, he's just maybe 10 plus 5. He was kind of super comfortable. So 8 plus 3 is a little bit tighter, but yeah, just. So okay, knight e5. So there's a threat on the pawn on b7 there. I mean, you could kind of maybe sacrifice it. I was going to say this is a very interesting move. f3. It makes it a bit hard to after takes. If you go knight h5, I just move the bishop back and I'm threatening g4. Was that really true? I'll move the bishop back to e3 and then threaten g4. But you could do that, and then sacrifice again. Sacrifice a piece again. Oh, but you've got to be a bit careful. There's some checks. If it happens, you'll see it. Got to watch out. Natural moves like c5 will allow knight takes f7 with a fork there, so you can't quite do that. And you've got to watch out because g4 and h4 is coming in as well. h5 is a decent move. Okay. This is quite interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Rook b2 now, surely. What's wrong with rook b2? Knight c6. Ooh. Oh, no. But that's not bad, is it? Just rook b6 now. Leela's still kind of happy somehow. I'm very surprised, to be honest. Although I've seen it play these structures before, and it just thinks that these pieces don't have much scope somehow. But still, e3. All right, but now we should. I don't understand why Leela's so happy, to be honest. Although this knight does make everything very solid, but we should be looking to maybe reroute the knight. Knight b8 seems very sensible. Knight b8 now. Knight b8 now looks very sensible. We're going to exchange off another knight, or maybe even route it to a5. Ooh! Wow. Sorry, let me just try that one, because I'm just intrigued what Leela thinks. No, still thinks it's fine. Wow. Yeah, you can't take that pawn. But you can play knight d3. Takes. We'll throw in a5. The rook will come back, most likely. Looks nice. Knight c5 was a nice move. Yeah, I mean, a5's coming in, so this is normal. a5's going to happen. The rook's going to come back. I'm not quite sure where. b5, maybe? Are you going to try that? It's a little bit risky. I always wonder about this. Sometimes, you sort of think, should I make the pawn move forward, or is... I'm just interested. Let's have a look. I'm just following what Leela's evaluation is. Leela still thinks it's okay, which is a little bit worrying, really. But there is actually a game on the Silicon Road channel, a recent one, I think, that's or has it appeared yet? I'm not sure. But where Leela plays against this pawn structure and just says that the pieces don't have any flexibility at all. Yeah, Queen f2 to h4 is going to happen. That's one threat now. Just picking up the pawn, and when you've picked up the pawn, Leela's going to start hitting this one. So got to be a little bit careful here. Awander's got to be a little bit careful here. It's oh, king f2 simply. Okay, but surely aren't we losing that? Are we losing this this a pawn? That is the question. Normally, I would have said I would have thought you were, to be honest. Bishop a6. I mean, I can queen f2. Okay. I'll go queen b8, and then Leela's taking this. Well, I mean, Awander's done really well, right? Because now he's really just a piece up. Queen b8, queen h4, and now I was expecting Leela to be a little bit more worrying than that, to be honest. But I think we just move the queen out of the way, we move the bishop there, and then we try and get around the business of making some progress. It shouldn't be impossible. Yeah, Leela still seems very relaxed here. Good Lord. I'm surprised somehow, I have to say, but okay, if you go rook a3, we can bat you back with queen b2. So you can't make any progress then. And otherwise, white's going to take a pawn back on there. You could go g5 with black, but that would be probably not recommended against Leela. g3 would be a little bit worrying. I mean, the problem is, I mean, you've got to give it to Leela. I mean, these pieces are kind of dominated by this pawn structure. It's not really very easy. Not really very easy to not very easy to make progress somehow, and that's always the worry with these things. If you're not making progress, you're maybe making it's maybe going to get a bit. I think you need to swap. You need to get this rook on b6 is too bad. Maybe you should be bringing it into play like this. Maybe it's a bit slow, but I'm just not really sure how I get my pieces into play. What Awonder did with knight c5 to d3 was great to get that knight active, but yeah. On the other hand, I mean, black should have plenty of time here, really. I mean, you should he should be able to really take his time about improving his pieces. I mean, maybe it is just a moment to go rook b5 to a5 and rook a3 and just have the rooks on the a file like that. Maybe you can put your bishop to c4. It's not such a bad square. Oh, I wonder, that was not good. That was not good. That was not good. Oh, no, that was really not good. You really don't want to do this. Leela's happy. Leela's not any more happy. It probably is a good move, but I don't think you want to do this simply. It's really scary. Oh, God. Now, Wander's really... This is very... If this works, if he manages to do this, then it's really impressive, right? Because this is really playing with danger. Because this rook on b6 is horribly placed. It's completely out. I mean, it's only good if you're going to get some sort of rook b4 trick. But yeah, Leela's starting to Leela's offering this one now. So I don't know what that's about, but but I'm worried about it. I mean, I guess if queen c3 is Leela. Oh God. Yeah, with keeping that in reserve somehow. Yeah, d6 is gone. Oh, this is serious now. This is really serious. This is really serious now. Knight covering. If the knight comes to f4, we're in big trouble here. Ah, Wander's fighting back. Queen h4 check, king g1. But the knight's covering e1. And we've got some back rank threats. But, something. Okay, the piece is gone. But the question is, queen e3 now, knight f2. Oh, okay, it looks like it's going to be another draw. Oh, knight g4 threatened. Knight g4 threatened. Give a check, give a check, give a check, give a check. Yes. Ooh, yes. Queen c1. Oh, queen f5, queen h8. Ooh. Oh, you can't go to h6. There's knight g4. Oh, h5 you've got to go to. Okay, now we're threatening knight f4. Oh, God, this is horrible. Yeah. He's doing well. Awander's doing well. I can tell you he's doing really well. It's just... Oh. The king's gonna run. The king's gonna run. Oh, no, has he found a... He's found a perpetual, I think. Wow, Wander, that's really impressive. Well done. Well done, young man. Wow. Oh, I don't know how he held that. I don't know how he held that. That's really big skill, I can tell you. I don't know how he held that. Yeah, perpetual. I just don't know. God, that was tricky. That was so tricky. Wow, that was... Oh, dear me. How did you hold that second game? I just thought, well, no, it's the checks and everything is just crazy.
Yeah, at the end, I don't know, it became so, but I think, yeah, somehow I've been able to do a good job of not at least losing when it gets a little tricky. But yeah, wow, I don't know. Somehow I just couldn't figure out what to do with this knight on b4, and then it just became so... Yeah, my kid was like, I
Yeah.
almost wanted my queen
Yeah,
at
no,
multiple points.
it's funny. I've seen one, and I've analysed another game actually where Leela went for this structure with pawns f7, e6, d5, d6, and then a light squared bishop and a knight restricted by the pawn structure. And yeah, it was a rook odds game actually, and it just sort of won by gradually advancing the pawns. It seemed really hard for you to. I mean, this knight c5 was a great shot. The move you played earlier, when I saw it, I thought, wow, that's a great move. Because it's hard getting those pieces active somehow. This knight
Yeah,
c5 was really cool, but
no, somehow
yeah,
well, okay, if I feel like if white had like an extra knight on g1, I would think black's position is like almost overwhelming. But
yeah.
somehow it just messes everything up. Like with and, like my bishop became very out of the game. I mean, probably, yeah, somewhere around here. Just maybe knight a6 I was thinking of, or for something else, but it just yeah, the pawn structure was very hard for me to deal with, and somehow my bishop always felt out of the game, and I could never. Yeah, the knight on b4 was so powerful.
It was weird, yeah.
Um,
It was,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah. It was really
but
strange. I mean, Leela was sort of saying, "Oh no, the position's equal." You know, that's a bit biased and everything with how it thinks. But yeah, you know, it was sort of saying it was kind of comfortable that it wasn't, you know, worse than when it started basically. And I was a bit surprised because the whole structure looks appalling, right? With the pawn on c3, knight on b4, and yeah, it just looks awful somehow. But
yeah, and
yeah,
just so well developed, but somehow it doesn't. Mm.
yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
whether you
it
could have.
just never dies. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah,
it,
I don't know whether you could have gone e5 or something, or maybe broken up, try to break
yeah,
up the position, you know, because if e5, you can get your knight over to e6 after. I don't know whether that would have helped,
yeah,
maybe.
probably would have been better. Somehow, I always kind of liked my structure, so I thought I would just clean up the queen side and then
Yeah,
um
yeah, yeah,
and I would keep. But then somehow it started getting some action on the king side, and then I don't know. I
yeah.
kind of regret this move h4 later, because it
Yeah, I
didn't
mean, maybe
really.
you could have just given the pawn and just, you know, and just. I was thinking maybe you could, in this position, you could maybe play rook b5 to a5 and just play it slowly, because I guess there's not that much going to
Yeah,
happen
that's
there.
true.
Well,
That's true. But sort of, I was really worried about my bishop. So, because the thing is, like, I'll attack a lot on c3, and it'll just kind of defend, and then I wasn't sure how to improve from there. I guess I could put my bishop on e8 and then sort of try and bring my knight to b6. Um, and that
yeah.
probably was a little bit better. But yeah, somehow I guess my gut. I don't know. I've just been outplayed a lot. I think in these sort of very vague positions, and so I mean, okay, even though with the huge material advantage, so I thought I would make it sharp, but that turned out to be not the best idea either. So
God,
so yeah,
how you held that, frankly, I mean, I would have collapsed like, you know, on about 20 different occasions. I mean, that was what you did to hold that together. I couldn't believe it. You know, when you did G5, I said, no, 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 it can't. He's not doing this, you know. But you held it together. You're finding all
yeah.
these moves somehow. Yeah. Every time I thought
No,
you
I
were going
think
to
here
be
it's very complicated and yeah. Okay, I hung the bishop, but at least I
really.
didn't get mated. So
Yeah, no, I mean you did brilliantly. I mean, really, I mean this was, and then this one as well, that you navigated all these night forks. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just incredible. It's really, yeah,
yeah,
really
no, I mean,
amazing.
yeah, this is it's hard, but yeah, okay. I think maybe I should just try a couple games of 3+2 because there I think I'll it's a little harder for me to maintain control, and so
Well, three
maybe
plus two.
it'll
Yeah, I
be
mean,
much
go for
stronger.
it. It's,
But
it's gonna it's gonna be a challenge, I think, you know,
yeah, yeah,
but
I
go
think
for it. Yeah, yeah.
it's yeah, it's quite likely I'll lose a
Oh,
couple,
you know
but
what?
maybe I'll
Yeah,
try 4 to 6 games and then
yeah,
just
yeah.
because
Okay.
yeah, I think these games have been very quiet, but somehow it hasn't been able to show
Oh, they've been
as
good.
much
I mean, the
tactical.
crowd are loving it, right? So we've got 181 viewers, right? I mean,
But yeah,
it's really excellent. So it's good. It's a
so
good
yeah, I'll
turnout
try.
for Engine Chess. So yeah, but
Okay,
three
I'll try to
plus two
get
would be
crushed a couple
thrilling.
games and
Three plus
we'll
two
come
would be
back.
thrilling.
Yes.
You know, or 5+3. 3+2 is brave. We all think you're brave, but you know, we'll love to watch it. So go for it, Awonder.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, 3+2 is really brave. But I think we're seeing that something like this 8+3, somewhere between 8+3, 10+5, for a player of Awander's strength is a pretty good even matchup somehow. Yeah, it's you know, white pressing, but yeah, you know, yeah. It's a pretty 3+2 is going to be tough. If he manages this, he's an absolute genius, I have to say, because I'm really I would not stand a chance here. Oh, have we restricted Leela's openings somehow? Because Leela was normally a little bit more. Although Leela's played Queen D2 this time. Oh, we've got something similar, haven't we? Something similar, but not the same. Similar, but not the same. Now this is quite a key line, quite a key move actually to Bishop H. Oh, well, this is a result for a wonder. I think. No, 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 no. It's no camera during the game. It's just I mean he's just doing this for us and all of that. It's really okay. So Leela's decided that it's got attacking chances over here. That's quite unexpected, I have to say. This is a bit worrying. Knight takes d4. By the way, we've got queen e5. Oh, okay. So Leela was just trying it on with knight c5. This is okay though. Queen e7, queen g3 check. Awander's done well. He's batted Leela back there. So this is good in principle. It's just going to be a little bit tough to 0.86. So Awander's done really well here. E5. Wow, that's quite brave. Oh, knight takes e5, h4. Yeah. Now Leela's moving out of the rook trade. But okay, we get knight to c4 and then queen to rook to c3. We're threatening rook c4, kind of, maybe. It's not 100% clear. Queen e5, king a2. This is really active. The only problem is it's going to be hard to keep control at this time control. I mean, we've got stuff like queen c5 threatening. We've got some knight c5s coming in as well. It's going to be a little bit tough, this, I think. But Awander's doing a great job so far. Knight e3 is actually quite interesting, yeah? I guess we go rook d3 and rook c5 somehow. I mean, Leela will find a way to sort of live in that area somehow. Yeah, it's a good move, I think. Rook c1, that's surprising. Rook c5. Okay, but this is looking good. This is really good for Awander. Oh, rook h5 is gone, but okay, we get queen g2. Oh, queens are gone. Whoa! Come on, Awonder, this will be amazing. If he makes... I do wonder, has the book been restricted in some way? Because I'm a bit surprised that Leela's playing the same all the time. But yeah, Leela's looking for rook there to there maybe at some stage. Have a knight c5 as well. Rook g1. Okay, so Leela's doing the standard hanging on to the pawns there. But I think, I mean, okay. Yeah, you probably lost that pawn, but we're going to go for this one now. Ooh, 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 watch out. We're going to have some tactics here. We're going to have some tactics. I mean, it's not dangerous, but it could... Ooh, rook e2. Ooh, whoa, knight e4! Oh, God, a wonder. That was clever. He saw it. Wow. He's maybe doing it. He's doing it. Leela strangely not too pessimistic. Yeah, put the knight on e5. That's the best one. Knights protecting each other and blocking off. Yeah, it's tricky playing with the knights, but we've got a Awander's doing it well here. He's sort of... I think Leela's just... Okay, knight b5. Rook d2 now, yeah? The knight c3. So knight d3, now we've got knight a4. That's what Leela's going for. Rook h4. Oh, this is tricky. This is difficult to win. Oh, actually, are we losing this pawn now, actually? I mean, you'd love to play knight b3, knight a4, rook d1, but knight c5 is check, unfortunately, which ruins the... No, that's not good, I don't think. Oh, b takes c5, b4. Ah, oh, yeah, this is going to be a draw, I think. There's no way to hold. You can't hold the pawn, can you? I don't think you can, no. Yeah. Draw! Very much the better of it there. So it would be nice if the book had a bit more variety. I think especially in 3+2, that would be rather more confusing somehow. But the same opening all the time is a bit weird, really. There's not much variety here either somehow. It's a bit. I just I've been used to seeing Leela just doing everything, right? So similar sort of thing. Bishop d6 now. Ooh, going for this structure again. A brave man. Yeah, Leela likes this structure for white. b5 maybe? Castles, okay. Just doing very well here so far. Just a bit of a cagey game. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we're going to be kicking the knight back. Got to watch out about... so the knight's getting kicked back. Well, you could actually take on here, yeah? Why wouldn't you take on here, actually? Ooh. Knight c3. Did Leela miss something? I think Leela missed something. Leela missed a tactic. Looks like Awander's doing better at 3-2 than than a longer time control somehow. It's this is not an easy one to win. Oh, he's playing e5, like we said. Knight's a little bit. This is not easy. This one with 3-2, I would say. This is probably quite tricky. I think yeah. Would be nice to try and get the king safe somehow, a bit safer. Yeah, Leela's feels it's improved a little bit. I mean, I think maybe g6 would be a good idea if you can do it. I mean, this knight is not very active, so e4 is not completely stupid either, actually, because we've got some knight c3 forks. Bishop e8, bishop f1, h6. Okay. Now I think Leela's a bit short of ideas here, so h4. It's been stimulated. Yeah, d5 is hanging, by the way, now, but probably not so serious. Yeah, this is just could be a little bit careful here. We're starting to get a little bit tied up. Queen d7. Rook a7. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, it's done really well, Awonder. I mean, it's a piece up and everything, but it's just that these pieces are really, and d5 is hanging as well. So it's just a little bit of a challenge there. But you can put the knight on c3. From his knight e4. Oh, but why did you put the rook on b3? Actually, that's really weird. Okay, strange. Okay, but we're threatening knight d5 now. Oh, okay. This pawn now. Rook d8, or are we going to... It's going to be a tough one to win this. Okay, but not bad. Not bad. I mean, I guess we want to play. Is he going to put the bishop to g4? Maybe. Oh no, we're going to get d5. I think you've got to play d5 yourself. I think you really do, because otherwise, Leela's going to play d5 and e4 and really just restrict you somehow. I think. Got to be careful here. Come on, Awonder. Got to move. 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 I mean, he can play really. But oh, that's risky. That's terrible. That's terrible. Ah! Oh, this is really horrible now. This is horrible. Ooh, okay. Now, the good news is that, yeah, it should be survivable. I mean, you can just give up the knight, right? So if you need to, but it should be survivable. This. Oh, that's a bit. Got to be a bit careful there, because the king can come over to here now. Okay, he's just sacrificed it. Yeah, this is going to be a draw. You can't do anything about that. Just don't blunder the bishop, one, that's all. He's got 5-second increment. Whew. Just need to play 50 moves. Yeah, all you've got to avoid is the sacrifice. I mean, that's the point. The sacrifice on e6 would win, but oh God! Oh no! Oh, he's played it. Oh, well done. Well done. Oh. Huh? Oh, is that that's a bit risky. That's a bit risky. That's a bit risky. That's good. Well calculated. Well calculated. Well calculated, Awonder. It's a little bit risky, but well calculated. Oh God, 2 draws. Wow. He played well. I do think if we get a bit more variety, it'll make it a bit a bit harder even. But let's have a look. A4, great. That's what we want. Yay! Oh, okay. This type of opening. Oh, this is good somehow. Yeah, this is one of Leela's favorite sharp openings. I wonder whether Awonder's prepared it. He could have done this one. Although the problem is that there are so many openings that they are quite. This has worked out quite well for Black. This has worked out very well. So you can't go d5 here. That's the key point because you just take. So b4. Wow. Yeah, Leela's going to follow up with c4. Maybe you should go b5. Maybe. Whoa! What is this? Queen a6. Yeah, this is a bit amazing. This I've never seen a plan like this before. So d5 now. Leela's ready to play e5. That would actually win a piece. G4. It's a bit crazy. This. I'm not quite sure what this queen's doing on a6. To be honest. If Leela plays c4, I'm seriously doubting her sanity there. Okay, you've kicked her back. Maybe you could have waited, but yeah, now c4 is going to come in, so we're going for a little bit of a clamp here with white. You could play d5 here, e5, and now you can go back to e8. He was really steadfastly refusing c4. I don't really understand why. Makes a lot of sense somehow. Yeah, it's just really hard to get free here somehow. But I think c5 might be a good move here now. Would white play b5 here? ba. ba. Ooh. Oh, God. That's a funny idea. Just targeting this a6 pawn. I think we should maybe move the knight round to c5. That seems like a good idea now. Because it protects that one. And at least if, yeah. And then you can start getting your bishop free. That would seem to be the best. Ooh. Ooh. Golly. Leela offering the draw by repetition. Or actually, not, maybe not even, actually. Can escape to d5. I'm not quite sure what was the Awonder looking for. I guess he thought he could win this pawn if you just retreated the queen. This is a bit more tricky. Yeah, no draw by repetition here. So 6a6. Taking the queen. Oh, I think now you've got a bishop on f2 to protect it. So you'll need to go c5 at some stage. But it's going to be hard to win that pawn now. We can always just do a big. Oh, if you're not even bothering with that. This is a little bit painful. d6 is going. This is getting serious now. This is getting serious. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't. Probably Leela's not even worse here, right? I mean, king's coming into f2. Threatening f5, so you're going to have to go g6. Oh, g4. Oh, yeah, f7 is hanging. Geez. Yeah, now we're threatening f5. Yeah, this is gone. This is gone completely. This is gone. Yeah, the piece has been won back. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this was really tough somehow, yeah? This was really tough. Nice, good, but I think the variety is nice somehow, yeah? Nice. The London system. Oh, but we've gone e3 at least. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good. That's what we want to see. Phew. Actually, this is the typical trap, unfortunately, that Awander's fallen into. Although I'm wondering whether it's the typical trap is bishop g6. We go h4, and you've lost. This bishop is lost. So maybe we've got to start thinking of, well, maybe we've got to take on. Yeah, I promise if you take on here, I'll take on here, and I'll weaken your king, and I've got the two bishops. But it might be the best way to go. Or I'm wondering about bishop e4, f3, and then knight takes here, and then looking to sack. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm not 100% sure how good that is. Might be worth it, though. Oh, he's gone for this one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's going to swap off this bishop. So, I mean, Leela's quite sexy there because bishop b4 check king e2 was possible, but castle king side f4. Wow, that's a setup. Leela loves these stonewall structures. c5 is threatened, by the way, so you've got to watch out for that one. This is a little bit tricky for. It's not so easy for black. This. Yeah, Leela's not amazingly thrilled, bizarrely enough, but I mean, white's just going queen c2 castles and then gradually going to ramp up the pressure. Black doesn't have a break, you see. This is the problem. And with this knight on c6, it's kind of. So that's quite a good idea, knight e4. c5, interesting, queen c2. Castles, yeah. Yeah, Leela's anticipating the opening of the queen side there somehow. Might have a bishop h4. Awander's done it really well as well. Again, just yeah, he's really done it well. Sort of holding it together somehow. Yeah, he's really managing to somehow keep. I think b4 might b4 be interesting here. I think so. Queen h5. Yeah, I mean Leela's going to maybe try for eventually for a bishop e2 and kick the queen away and play h5, and then that'll be the next stage somehow. I'm not sure about. I wondered whether Awonder should play b4 and then b3 and just put the pawn on there. The only problem with that is that the pawns can get very weak later on. Leela offering a repetition. And now now refusing. Yeah, I mean Leela's just going to kick the queen away. I mean it's not a huge gain, right? I mean it doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of hard to find a plan for black. Amazingly enough, got to watch out for the queen there. Got to watch out for the queen. This is looking a bit worrying now. We're getting h5 quickly. Rook h4. Oh, wow. What was that made of? Oh! Oh! Queen c7. Oh! Leela, you filthy devil. Oh, that's nasty. And we've got rook f4 coming in as well. Oh. Oh, that's nasty. Nah, this is just lost. This is totally gone. We've got bishop h4 coming in. Queen g6, there's bishop h5. Yeah, this is too much. Yeah, I mean, I think 3+2, I think we're seeing 3+2, you can't cope with Leela simply, I think. So, we're probably, but Awander's keen, yeah? He likes the challenge, I think. Yeah, I mean, he really likes the challenge of it all. Oh, great, we're seeing a bit of variety. That's really good. It's nice. Oh, come on, bishop b4 then. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this one before, particularly from Leela, but Queen h5, that's familiar. Yeah. Yeah, so h4 or g3 h4 is coming in soon. Oh, f4 is coming in. That's fair enough. You should probably play bishop h3, I think, shouldn't you? Ooh, f5. This is not bad at all for Awonder. He's done a good job of the opening here. Yeah, trading. It's not normally that keen to swap off two sets of minor pieces somehow. I'm wondering whether it's thinking that I'm wondering the damaged pawns on the queen side and this pawn center is gonna work somehow. It's not easy. It's not easy to not easy to win. Not easy to win this sort of thing. Of course, it would be very interesting to see Magnus, right? But I can tell you, I mean, Awander's bullet rating is 3100. So I mean, he's not that far behind Magnus at those time levels. This position, it's really hard. The problem is it's hard for black to make something of this because white's king is safe, and you know, there's some positional stuff. But you know, really doing. Oh, that's nasty. So the rook e6. There's rook d7, and if we go c5, then we're killing our bishop. Yeah, out of nowhere somehow. Yeah, it was this last move, knight f5, was incautious. Yeah, Leela's thinking of some attacking stuff now. Awander's doing it well still. You can really see the difference between Awonder and the average player. You can really see the difference. So yeah, okay, this hasn't worked out too badly. I mean, we should be trying to get the bishop into play now. Wonder's done really well. I thought he was maybe heading for collapse. The one thing you've got to watch out, the king's coming to here, and then we'll have rook g6 check tricks or something. So you would think that you want to get the bishop developed like that. Yeah, it's not easy for black, Mr. Beads. It is definitely not easy. But he's still very, very much winning. It's any top gem would smash an engine in classical with Nitos. I'm not so sure, to be honest. Quite Elephant. I'm not so sure. Yeah, this king e4 is rather worrying, I have to say. I mean, maybe we should be coming back to f8 and playing rook f7, something like that. Oh, that's dangerous. No, it was well seen. That was well seen. Okay, he's in control, actually. He's really in control now. These positions, as always, are not. Yeah, these positions are always tough to win somehow. But rook f1, rook there. Yeah, we've got to watch out for the old e6 coming in at some stage. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is probably quite good. Yeah, bishop e7 now, I guess. All right, we're starting to get in control. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, this is the problem. Leela doesn't give anything away, right? Leela just sort of holds it and just leaves you to figure out how on earth you're going to win this. Yeah, Wonder's got at least a draw. He's not gonna. There's no chance of losing this anymore. You're safe, but winning this is going to be tough. Not quite sure. Rook f4 we can throw in. Oh no! Yeah, wait a minute. Oh no! No! Oh god! Has this happened? No, you can go bishop h6. Yeah, king f2. There was bishop e3 check, which is a really nice tactic. I think we get the bishop. We should get the bishop back safe again. And okay. Oh, threefold repetition. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So tough to win this. I don't even know how you do it, to be honest. It's just so hard to work it out. Wow, Wander's going for it again. Wow. Ah, we got. Oh, this is one of Leela's favorites. Yeah, the birds with Queen A4 check. Nobody knows why. So yeah, there was a rook takes c4, but I don't think it was going to be winning. To be honest, I think the white king's so active. I think. Oh yeah, this. I've seen loads of these of Leela. The birds with h3 g4. That's a good move from Awonder, but he's lost his knight actually. Oh, good lord. Hmm. Yeah, that knight has gone. To be honest, that's virtually the first blunder that Awander's made, actually. But of course, he's still much, much better. Yeah, I mean, you'd take this 100 times out of 100 here. Oh God, Leela thinks 1.51. So Leela's very happy. This is, I think, the first mistake blunder that Awonder has made. I think for all the others, it was just being outplayed gradually, or not being able to win in the time or whatever. But this is really oh golly, Leela's just going for it, right? Oh God! Oh, knight g5's coming in. Jesus, this is Leela on fire. This is. Yeah, queen a4 check. The idea is that when you play e4, there's no d takes c4 to swap off queens. It's a queen avoiding thing. Yeah, d5 is going now. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm afraid this is gone. I mean, it may be objectively vaguely reasonable for black, although I'm not even sure about that. But this is very hard to. Although rook b5 is quite interesting, right? Rook b5, bishop c6, rook f5. Oh no, then we've got knight f3 simply. No, that's not interesting. B6 or yeah, I mean this rook's coming in now. Oh, that's e6 was quite nice, hoping to open up the line on there. Oh, Leela's sacrificing. Is that working? Knight takes c4. What's the idea from Leela? How does Leela want to do this? Is it going to be? I'm not sure actually. Knight e6, king h7, bishop h6 maybe. I'm surprised that was the best move, to be honest. Okay, we've got quite a few. We've got some bishop e5s coming in at some stage. Well, rook h1 is a big threat as well. I mean, I think Awonder has to take on f5 here. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, God, that's unpleasant. Rook g6. Unfortunately, we've got knight f7 check now because you blocked the f file with e takes f5. Okay. D pawn coming through. Awander's done really well, right? I mean, Jesus. Jesus, he's doing well. This might actually end up as rook and bishop versus rook. King d4, we're going to play rook a3. Ooh. Ah, rook b2. Curses. I hadn't spotted that one. Ooh. King's coming round to d6 to c7. I mean... Oh, this is so difficult. Well, Leela's saying 4.68, so I think we can... 12.28 now, so I think we can assume that black is toast. Oh God, oh, knight a4, there's rook a2. That's the problem. d6 check. Rook h2, yeah. Yeah, it's gone. Wow. That was really impressive, yeah? That was really impressive. Really impressive. Jesus. Just so hard. God, Awonder keeps on going for it, right? I think 3+2. I mean, Awander's really doing wonders from time to time, but I mean, it's just so tough. 3+2, yeah. It's really. But I think somewhere around 8+3, 10+5. I think yeah, you got some chances there somehow, yeah. Oh, Ah. somehow you sort of think you've got to take the chance to exchange off the pieces when Leela gives it to you, because Leela will very often just move it away. It's a very typical Carlsbad structure, this, but just missing a knight somehow. No, I don't think Magnus would play. I mean, Magnus never shirks a challenge, but I think that this one he just wouldn't believe in it for himself. He wouldn't believe it. So yeah, very typical attacking white structure here. Yeah, he's going to go G4, I think. I think Leela's going to go G4 at some stage. Ooh, G6. Okay, well, Wander's survived quite nicely somehow, yeah? Ooh, God! Okay, it's getting sharp, but Wander's still got 2:20 on the clock, so it's not a bad moment to go sharp, right? Wow. The problem is D takes C4, Fe4, the knight on F6 is hanging. That's the big problem. And so I would have thought really that you'd take with a knight on D4 here. Takes, white goes E5, and then you do something. Yeah. Oh, Queen G5 he's doing, okay. Knight H7, Queen H4, DE. I'm a bit surprised that Leela didn't play E5, actually. Oh, he takes D5. That's a surprise as well. Yeah, suddenly Leela's trying to go with the open line somehow and claiming that, I mean, Bishop G6 is a big threat, yeah? So I've got a bad feeling about this. Awander's going to be doing really well, but knight F6, Queen D4, you're in an eternal pin there. That's not really what you want. And Leela's connected up, by the way, so it means that Leela's now threatening to take and go rook E1, which is another unpleasant thing. I'm starting to think actually that Black's got sufficient compensation for the piece, but not better somehow. So, I mean, B6 would be interesting. I think. The thing that's slightly worrying is the idea of going rook E1, and then taking on G6 with a bishop and exposing the king. I'm really worried about this. I'm not quite sure whether this is going to work or not, but it's really worrying. I mean, maybe you should just allow the eternal pin, Queen D4, or Knight E5 and F6. That's possible, but I'm just kind of worried. Oh, okay. Oh God, that's not very impressive. F4. Oh, okay, that's gone wrong. I'm sure there was a moment somewhere where Black could have exchanged off queens with Queen C5 somehow, but this is a bit nasty. Is Leela going to take? No, Leela just so Queen C5 now. Yeah. So what is this position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's not so easy. I mean, Leela's going to have 3 pawns for the piece now. So probably Leela isn't really even losing. Yeah. It's just a question of whether Awonder can hold it somehow. Oh, golly, that was a surprise. But Leela's what's Leela's ending? What is Leela saying about this ending? 0.03. Leela thinks it's equal. Ooh, really? That's a very big surprise. Oh, no! Whoa! That was very risky. This is lost, I think. Surely this is going to be lost or not. No. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wow. I wonder. He's done it so well. Bishop coming around to c6. It's the wrong color bishop for the... So all you need to do is to sacrifice this one for the pawn, right? So in principle, we're fine. But of course, Leela's going to be nasty. Ooh, now Leela thinks it's winning. And bishop e2, yeah. Yeah, and b7 now. Yeah, f2. Oh, he resigned. Yeah, I mean, it is lost, I think. I think it is lost. I think you're b4. Oh, it's good. We're getting the variety somehow. God, Awander's going for it like crazy, isn't he? Big respect to Awonder. I mean, this is tough somehow. But I think he proved at the longer time controls, yeah, that I think a strong GM has got, can definitely count on some pretty good chances. I think with 3+2, to be honest, I think you get tired quite quickly. It's quite tough to keep the intensity that you need. He's doing a brilliant job. He's getting very close, but it's just so hard to put Leela away. That's a surprising structure, going for the stone wall. But okay, all of the pieces long, but this should really be good for black. I mean, knight d6 to c4. Looks like incredible somehow. Okay, Leela grabbing its normal space. Oh, that's quite creative. The point is, I guess, that it's not very easy for black to invade on the queen side, but you could try it with knight c4, I have to say. So I'm not quite sure where this bishop goes to. Does it go back to a1 or to c1? I mean, this should be... Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 95, 95. Oh. No, you couldn't do that. This is suddenly very nasty. Yeah, you've got to do that. You've got to give the d pawn away. Yeah. And play rook h7 now, probably. Rook h7 now, I think. Oh, okay, he's going to... Oh, now the bishop, now the rook's getting... Oh. I mean, he's got... Oh, dear. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the rooks are coming on the h file. It's going to be very difficult to keep that at bay. Oof. Yeah, Leela's just doing its thing, really. Yeah, Leela's exchanging off queens here. But I mean, well, it's quite. I mean, you can take this pawn, yeah. But the problem is, this is just too strong, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it's got a bit too much, but yeah, we're GMs, right? I think d6 was Awander's preparation. I think he this was a good bit of prep there to. I mean, in principle, this is nothing for white. I mean, absolutely nothing. Well, that's good from Awonder. He's stopping bishop b5, so now Leela's not even getting the d4 pawn back. Right. It's just so hard to bring this to a situation where it's just really, where it's clear. F5 now. I think, yeah, F5. Okay. D takes c3. Or f takes e4. Yeah, queen c3 though. We're going to get a b4 in. Yeah, b4's coming in. I was afraid of this. You can't go here because we check. So you're going to have to come back. Well, no, knight d3. You've got rook e4, bishop d3 is a very unpleasant tactic. So you can't do it. Knight d3, rook e4, bishop d3, pinning the rook to the queen. So it's not tilt. He's not tilting. He's just you don't. I mean, you've just got to realize how good Leela is, right? I mean, Leela makes us look like people who can't calculate somehow, but it's just so difficult. It's just a really big challenge. I mean, Awander's doing really well, right? I mean, he really is doing very well. So he's still better here. Oh, bishop b5 was nasty because I was expecting AB and then we move the knight over, but he's pinning it. So it just moves like that, really, that just interrupt. I mean, I think Leela's interrupting the flow all the time of what you're doing. But yeah, okay, queen g7. Or what? Oh, queen b3, keeping the queens on. That's sneaky. But okay, it's still good for black. King h8, queen b5, ab5. Okay. So Leela's probably looking for b6. But okay, I mean, you're still, you're 28 moves in. You've got a minute and nearly 2 minutes left. And you're, wow! That is incredible. The queen, there are all sorts of knight f3 there, and the queen's defending along the third rank. That's quite nasty. That was very sneaky. I mean, the key problem the key problem is that your flow gets interrupted all the time by Leela somehow. You know, it's you think that you're really you've got an idea, and then Leela's just finding that stuff like this, for example, that just interrupts your idea, and you've got to start thinking again. And it's just you can do that with a longer time control, but this one this 3+2, I think you just don't really have the capacity to deal with surprises. That's my feeling, and you need that. That's the real problem of it all. Yeah, I mean, knight f7 is the best. Yeah, and queen f6 now. Queen g3, but okay, rook. It doesn't. You're not. Oh, yeah. Okay, Leela's threatening to go rook g6, and if you move your queen off, then yeah, you're going to need to keep your queen on b2 or something. I think. Because yeah, queen b2 played b6. Oh god, you're taking on d6. Jesus. And then knight d6, you've got rook h6 check. And you can't take it with the queen. Yeah, rook g2. Whoa, Leela. I wonder rather. That was a sharp tactic. If Leela had seen that one. Oh god! Oh no! No! You can't cover the g7 square. Jesus. Oh, that's filthy. That's really filthy. Oh, those are filthy tactics. Jesus. These are great games, you know. Oh, Awander's yeah, playing there. Okay. Oof. These are really cool games, it must be said. They're really nice. Oh, God, Bishop C1. I think you know what you really well, yeah. It's 6-1. Yeah, yeah, it's 6-1. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a slow build-up game from Leela. It's just, I mean, the problem with, there's several things somehow. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, there's the games where Leela plays those quick attacks, and I definitely think that GMs can prepare against that. And I think that Awonder prepared against the one that he got, I think, and played it really well. You know, so you can do that. But these positions, this sort of stuff is impossible to prepare against, right? I mean, it's well, I mean, I think Awander's pretty much a super GM, right? You know, number 42 in the world. It's pretty much, I think. But this is just really hard somehow, and oh, yeah. And you start trying to create things, and then you just end up losing material somehow. That's the big problem. It's very difficult. It is such a difficult challenge. This, you know, it's and I think 3+2 is really tough. I don't know what time control. B takes C3. It's but Wander's, you know, every time you know, Leela's coming out with these tactics, and Wander's finding something to you know, to make it work. I mean, yeah, Black's actually, this is not working out so badly for Black with a knight H4 exactly. This has not worked out badly at all for Black. That's a good thing about a really great thing about Awonder, right? I mean, he's I think knight F3 to D2 actually. He's able to roll with the punches and then find some stuff, right? He's really close to winning all the time. He might well make it, you know. Knight B1, bishop E8. What is this? I guess we take with the this one, yeah. Come on, this is really good. Queen B2, right? Queen B2 is just winning, right? Oh no, we take and go knight D3. Curses and damnations. Queen B4, I think, is what we play. And then E5. You're joking. Knight A3, maybe. Queen F5. C2. Oh. I mean, this is so utterly tricky, this. So utterly tricky. Oh, wasn't expecting that from Leela. Can't we just take and go C4 or something? Isn't that really strong? D6. Oh! Queen B4. But we got Queen D5 and then C2, yeah? We've got that. We've got that. Queen D5 check and C2. Surely. Surely. Oh God, you got a perpetual. You got a perpetual. You got a perpetual. Oh, Leela playing. Leela not playing the perpetual. Oh no, I wonder. You've only got 4 seconds left. Jesus. I mean, Leela's queen endings are not the best, but this is very unpleasant for a human player. Oh, he's creating a pass pawn. I have actually seen Leela win pretty much this ending as white, I have to say. So Wander's being clever though. He's getting his King H6 now, surely. Something like that. He's doing well. He's doing well. Queen F1 or something, and Queen D3, Queen C3 maybe. Just stay like that. This is the real Bullet's skill, yeah. I mean, he's playing this very, very well. I just get confused with the checks. I think we're going to have a draw by repetition soon here, I think. Ah, easy. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, not queen d7. Yeah, queen d1. Well done. Well done, Awonder. Brilliant. Came so close to winning that. Jesus. Yeah, Awonder's back. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. God, that was intense.
I was trying to get one of those. I mean, I think I win so rarely in 3+2 that I was really so close so many games, but
So many, yeah, you were really close. Yeah, you were really, really
but
close. Yeah.
it's so resistant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think, and
yeah.
then somehow as we went on, it started playing better, or maybe I started playing worse.
No, I
So
think
it started ramping
it
it up.
started varying its openings a bit more, and that just I think that ups the challenge somehow, because you start getting weird, weird positions more and more. I think it's this knight f3 b4 or whatever. It's harder to the normal pattern somehow, but it's I
Yeah.
mean, we were really amazed, right? We thought you were doing amazingly at 3+2, because I mean, I think you've done better than anyone else I've seen with this sort of time control, because you were so close so many times. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, like the last game, I like everything is promoting, and then I don't know somehow. Okay,
yeah,
this
no,
this
I
queen
couldn't.
b4, but it's just like nothing is working. I just yeah,
No,
what to do?
I couldn't believe it. Simply, I just could not believe it. But I mean, as well, you held so many games as well, because I mean that's what you see a lot of in this odds stuff. That a lot of people are losing all these endings. I've seen somebody lose exactly this queen and pawn ending with a pawn on f5 and a passed a pawn and g and h. It's amazing. I've seen quite a strong player actually, some 2800 bullet player lose it. With increments as well, so but you're holding all of those. I mean, it's incredible. It's really, it's really impressive as well, after all the drama and just not quite having managed to win it, you're holding so many of those as well. I mean, it's really, I mean, everyone's in the chat really impressed. I mean, it's
Yeah, no.
but I mean, I think you're kind of proving, I think, that something like 8+3 10+5, what you were playing to start with, that's pretty balanced in terms of Leela managing to draw or you managing to win somehow. I mean, you're playing really well as well, and I think I think you were really impressive at those time controls.
Yeah, I think maybe around like the middle time control I did 8+3 because there we made 2 draws.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
even those draws, like I mean, like those are long draws, like it
yeah,
really pushes the end games a lot. And yeah, I think I was losing a lot of like the some drawn end games as well. But I mean, it's very tricky to hold those under time pressure. And I think, I mean, nowadays maybe in modern chess we're starting to see more and more of that, just people playing out those long end games. And
yeah.
of course today it decided a fairly important
Well, of
tournament.
course, yeah,
So,
no, of
so
course, yeah, yeah, and of course, Leela's really tuned to trying every single winning possibility, yeah. Because if you played this against Stockfish, you'd be getting draws easy somehow, yeah. But Leela's just looking at all the probabilities, saying, oh, what's likely, where the blunder's likely to come, and then just going for it somehow. So it's really tricky in those endings. I mean, number of tricks, it's just. I mean, just watching it is bad enough, but playing it must be a nightmare somehow. It's.
yeah,
Um,
no, the game. I don't know if you remember this one, but there's a 3+2 game where I had maybe like knight against 3 pawns, and I thought everything was just going down, but then somehow like, well, I don't know, somehow like it started promoting everything, and then I got into this endgame where my bishop on c8 was out of squares, which I mean I knew it was a theoretical endgame, but somehow like I couldn't stop myself from going there. So
Yeah, no,
like
I know, but
it's just
I thought you made it. I thought because
I know, yeah.
when you played G takes F5, I sort of screamed, oh, ah, yeah, and then it looked like you got it. It was you done it perfectly, and then somehow you got. I don't understand how you got how that happened, but somehow you got short of squares. But yeah, I mean it's
No, but for sure it seems like, yeah, it's really quite incredible to play because I think it just shows like how rich chess is, because sometimes we think that, I mean, everyone's like, classical chess is so trash and all of this, but I think, I mean, me playing it quite a little bit like leading up to this and then also just, analyzing a little bit, like it just shows how rich, like there's so many possibilities. And I think
yeah.
humans generally, like we make a lot of mistakes. So
Yeah, no, it's true.
uh,
I mean, I think it's really the point is I think you often don't see those mistakes because you know the engines show you sensible lines, and you follow those lines, and other people follow those lines. But when you've got an engine like this that's just going crazy, basically trying everything to to unbalance and all of that, you realize how much danger there is that that normally remains hidden in positions, and it's not sound or anything like that, but it's there, and when you have to face it with with time pressure, it's pretty difficult somehow. Yeah, it's really
Right, yeah. I mean, a lot of the structures it likes too that like we don't see anymore, but I think a lot of interesting work. Like for example, this stone wall I think is extremely interesting,
yeah, yeah,
but no one is really trying it out at the top level. Oh, okay. I mean, like I was analyzing a bit for the white side, even maybe dangerous even in classical, but especially blitz and rapid. But it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
but I mean, like it's showing me all these ideas with a piece down, right? So like when I
Yeah,
play it
yeah, yeah,
normally,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like
No, I've been looking. I've been looking at. I've been doing playing lots of doing lots of analysis on the trying some of these these ideas, but with a piece up. It's playing in the French. It's playing e4, e6, knight c3, d5, bishop d3. And stuff like that, with the idea of d takes c4, knight takes c4, and then a quick b4 and stuff like that. And it's doing it a piece down, and it's winning games in 20 moves. So you're thinking, well, with an extra knight, surely, it must be
I
quite, it's crazy stuff. But certainly rapid blitz, it could be a hell of a repertoire.
no, yeah, I think even for classical, it's very playable, but it just takes some time to work. But I think, yeah, I mean, also partially for me because I'm mostly just in college now, but it's just like every time I come back to look at chess, I think also, partially because of your videos and things like that, but it's like man, like I don't know, I completely feel like there's so much stuff like all the time I'm looking at new ideas and finding new lines to try and like I think
Yeah,
even just the style of just, like resisting all the time, like um it's kind of unbelievable that it's able to just like I don't know, it just never gives up like
yeah,
which I
yeah.
mean
No, yeah, yeah. But I mean, I always thought odds chess was nothing, right? I mean, before this, odds chess. Whenever I saw it in the book, or of an old player or something, oh, that's what you always skip somehow, yeah. And this is just, I mean, I'm just astounded by what they managed to do, the Leela team, because this is just incredible somehow, yeah. I mean, it's
I think
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's like the end games that are so tricky to win, I think. I mean, it's like yeah, it's always posing problems, like no matter how few pieces are on the board. And I mean, I think I'm generally pretty resilient defender in my normal games, which I mean, I think also I was partially defending some of these end games once it became drawn, but
yeah,
this is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
on another level, it's like
No, but you
yeah,
did
it's
you
it's
did really well. I mean, I thought you really saved a lot of half points, by gathering it, by marshalling all your forces and making sure that that you held. I mean, it was really impressive, right? I mean, there was that game, where with the rook and you were a piece up actually, yeah, and that sort of Lopez type of structure with and and it was so hard
yeah,
to
just
win somehow. I couldn't,
I-
yeah,
it must have been
I
winning,
couldn't
right? It
work it
must
out. I mean,
have been. And then like there's just so many checks and I mean, if I had yeah, I no, I mean, of course it's winning, but then like somehow it just like it, like you would never think that this could ever be a fortress, which I mean it's not, but like
no.
yeah, somehow it became very
No,
very weird.
but yeah, somehow it was
Um
it was it was completely unobvious how on earth you're supposed to win that somehow. Yeah, it's just really with
yeah, I think
with Leela holding on the third rank with the rook and then just checking you from time to time and threatening to come in with the king. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking, I don't know either. I just don't know. It's just you're doing a great job. I mean, I thought you were getting out there, and then Leela just sort of batted you back somehow. It's
I think maybe the first 3+2 game I was up a knight and two pawns on the same side. And that was probably my best chance. And actually I had like almost an exact game with this end game before with this knight up. And
oh
I mean I was kind of playing the right plan with going for mate, but then I just kind of I went at some point like the wrong move order or something. And it just I mean I thought like okay, I have this one in the bag surely. But
yeah,
the
yeah,
funny thing is like yeah, I mean, once that passed, and then somehow I just never had another big chance like this to win again in 3+2. Yeah, it's just it's so tricky to convert these end
yeah.
games, and
But I think I do think you get a bit tired as well as it goes on, and yeah, and Leela doesn't get tired at all. There, I mean, there's a big, it's a
No,
big.
I was trying to figure out like am I playing worse and then or maybe it's playing like much better.
I think
But
no, I think the change I think, to be honest, all the swapping of openings and all that just made it a tougher challenge somehow. You're looking at different, because it played quite similar openings at the start, and you were really, it was. I thought you were sort of playing the patterns really really well, but somehow when it started going random with with this birds that it plays with f4 d3 queen a4 check and all this, it's just
yeah.
so random, all this stuff. It's just hard to sort of and I think with 8+3 or 10+5 you adjust and you go for it, but with 3+2 it's really tough to adjust to that somehow.
Yeah,
It's
no, the birds is another interesting. Like I think like there's a lot of very interesting concepts there, but the thing is like no one is really looking at them, right? And so
no
it's like
no
one of
no
those
no yeah.
no, it's
I
one of
mean,
those things like you could just play one f4 and if you have a lot of preparation or ideas, I mean it's kind of showing how hard it is even to win with the extra knight. And
yeah,
surely um yeah, so definitely like I already started taking a look at a lot of these lines. I think actually during the US championship, I mentioned this during the interview. We played this like four knights Italian. Um, and this is something that like Leela with the knight odds had played against me before. And so I think kind of similar to shogi, the thing is with the knight is that like Leela a lot of times is just waiting, right? So you kind of like you're kind of able to maneuver your pieces a lot and sort of test out like what different configurations work. And I think the other thing is like somehow the pawn structure has become very important because it has so little material. It's trying to grab all the advantages it can, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and so I think somehow it became like very useful for me even in my normal game. That
Yeah,
like
yeah, no,
I
no.
kind of
I mean, yeah, I think it's brilliant. I mean, I really think it's a fantastic training. I played shogi, I played some shogi as well, and that's actually I read Larry Kaufman's book for when
oh
preparing for a handicap game. So it's yeah, yeah, and that was really good fun to play. But yeah, this is this is just the same. It's just wonderful. But I think indeed, I think Leela's use of the pawn structure, it's just somehow restricting your pieces. Keeping you. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's weird somehow. But your pieces sometimes seem to find it really hard to get any scope somehow. And yeah, and then Leela's just sort of playing around, worked out how to keep your pieces a little bit at bay, and yeah, as the game goes on, it just gets tougher and tougher to put it away. It's really yeah, really difficult
yeah,
somehow.
no, it was really quite amazing. Um, yeah, I think maybe at the end it showed a little more because somehow I think at the start I was getting a lot of these Carlsbad structures and I was doing quite well, but yeah, once it started fucking the pods, like I had like the Stonewall game, I lost quite badly. I think yeah, no, for me it just shows like how many ideas there are in chess, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't think yeah it can be exhausted anytime soon. I mean, you just kind of have to look for them, right? So
Yeah, no, I
it's
mean, you have to look for them, but I mean, Leela like this, and also, you can run Leela with high contempt, so that it's, looking for very dangerous ideas. The crazy Leela stuff. That's what I had on the site. I mean, it's just incredible what it comes up with, and what it can, you know, just the stimulating ideas that it comes up with like that. It's really, yeah. I mean, when you see that, you sort of think, you must have enough for another 10 or 15 years somehow,
I
to
know, I don't I don't think we need 960 anytime soon. I'll just say something a little funny. I told a friend that I was doing this and I was analyzing, some openings with the night odds and so on. And he was like, like that sounds terrible. Or I mentioned that, I found it very inspiring. And he was like, inspiring, what could be inspiring about playing an engine and losing up a knight, that sounds like extremely demotivating. Uh, but yeah, no, I think for me it's just like I get like front row seats to a good
Yeah.
show, and
Yeah, no,
sometimes
yeah.
yeah, no, I wish I could have won a game in 3+2 because it's so difficult, and yeah, it would be nice to get I think one or two. I was just like so close. I mean, the first one, I mean, we had this extremely simplified end game and it was really close, but that's chess sometimes. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
no, it's. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think I really think you did really super, and I mean, you took on the tough time control, right? 3+2, and you came, yeah, a little bit of something, just a tiny bit different, and you would have. I think you would have got, a couple of wins somehow, yeah. So it was really amazing to watch, and I think people were amazed watching, just to just see what you do, because what you did, because yeah, it's.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, I have to run pretty soon now. But like, I I'm sorry to cut it short. I originally wanted to play actually quite a bit longer, um, but it sort of just turned out like I my schedule with exams and flights and stuff. So I mean, yeah, I would love to play again and another time for sure. But I mean, probably the result already shows how strong how, how strong Leela is. And
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I mean, I think, but I think what's also really interesting is that with the longer time controls, I think that also shows what a strong player like you can achieve, with longer time controls. So yeah, it's I think yeah, you probably, if you said to 8+3 or 10+5, and because I mean I think you could certainly for players, if you're looking at it like a bit of a training tool, you could sort of say, well, you start at 15+10. Once you manage to beat that, you shorten the time, and then you keep on trying, and the difficulty gets bigger and bigger, right? The shorter the time is. So would be a lovely training regime. You could really see yourself improving if you could do it.
yeah,
But
yeah, for sure. I think it's very useful in training, especially like winning one positions. Or I think the main benefit for me is really just I think yeah, it really trains your end games because
yeah,
I mean it just never stops, especially when you're in a worse position. It just never stops pushing, and
yeah,
in a way
yeah,
that I think is very hard to get unless you play strong chess players or strong training
yeah,
partners.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but no, definitely, yeah. For me, it's very inspiring stuff.
Brilliant. Oh, I'm so
I
glad
had
you
to play.
enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, we've just had a wonderful time, so it's been really fantastic to watch. So yeah, huge thanks, Awanda, and yeah, I mean, good luck with everything. And when we see you sacking pawns, knights, and everything like that, and beating everyone brilliantly, we'll say we knew that was going to happen. It all started here.
We'll see. I hope that's the case. But yeah, no, yeah. Thanks to all the developers. I guess it's for putting it together. Larry for reaching out, you for commentating. I mean, I love your YouTube chat on. I think I just the one thing I wish is you wouldn't put it all out there because all your ideas are getting spread out to everyone else as well.
It's a
But
small, and my channel is a pretty small and select band of viewers, really. Most of
oh no,
whom,
I think I think a
most of
lot of
whom
the top
ranging
players are.
guys, I think, rather than chess players. So I think the ideas are safe somehow. Yeah.
No, no, a lot of the top players are paying attention. Like, but yeah, no, it's great. It's great. It's yeah, it's really amazing stuff. I think. No, it just yeah, for me, it's just like I mean, 960 is lovely, but I don't even think we'll need it so much anytime soon. But yeah, no, thank you to everyone, and thanks to all the viewers for watching. I
Yeah.
hope it was really interesting.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks so much, Awanda. And well, if ever you fancy a rematch, and then another match like this, then don't hesitate to say it. I'm sure the developers would be really delighted, and we'd be delighted to have you on the channel again, because it's been great, and you're a lovely person. So thanks very much indeed.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. Take care now.
Okay, thanks very much, everyone. Thank you. All right then. Then I think we'll end the stream there. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that great? Really nice guy, I wonder. Really nice. And yeah, and really doing it in the right way. Yeah, just not yeah, just understanding that yeah, it's an incredible learning experience, and giving it everything, and playing really well. It's really great. So fantastic. So yeah, thanks very much, everyone. I'm virtually a professional streamer, I feel, at the moment, between the World Championship matches and this. But yeah, I've had an absolutely great time, and thanks very much to everyone for joining in, and all the comments and everything. And yeah, I think we've seen something amazing here. Some amazing human skill, and some absolutely fantastic odd skill. And I think the nice thing to see is that really thought that Leela was really something special, with odds, and I think we've seen that confirmed as well. And not just really great games as well, against a super strong player. So really, really nice. Okay, thanks very much, everyone, and do hope to see you around at future streams and future stuff. Thanks very much.